solid all the way through. So now you have Yamamoto.
By the way, your boy Kyle Tucker saved that game. You would not be like a 9-game losing streak.
No, Kyle Tucker, by the way, over the last week has set as a 7-game hitting streak and has been the best hitter on the team.
I know.
Crazy that this is the words that we're saying out of our mouths.
And see, I tried to tell you. Eventually he'll come around.
No, eventually, it took till August 10th.
Hey,
but yeah, he got there.
It's like I've told you. Baseball is a weird sport sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you were out, but for the second half of the season, Cappy and I were talking about what we thought would happen. He said that Shohei was going to get to 50 home runs, which was way too many.
Come on.
And then I said that Kyle Tucker would get to 25 to 30 home runs. So I think that's still a possibility. It's probably a little over.
Yeah, a little over. 25 even maybe a little judicious, but anyway.
Yeah, but look at the pitching staff. So now Skubal today. Right. You have Blake Snell back. So that's another guy that's going to.
But can you rely on him to stay healthy?
So I would say yes. Typically, if you go look back at his last 3-4 years, he misses the entire season and is great down the stretch of the second half. It happens.
What a bargain!
I mean, think about it though. I think he's pitched 32 innings in the last 3 years in the regular season and was great in the postseason.
It's a great deal if you can get it. Like honestly, I'm not knocking Blake Snell. Okay, Blake Snell was great for them in the postseason last year, and to your point, if you can get it, take it. You know what I mean? If someone told me, hey, Sedano, you only have to come into this radio show from like September until like the day the NBA Finals are over, and then you get the rest of the time off, I'd take it in 10 seconds.
Absolutely, and that's what he's doing. And then you go.
That's coming, by the way, next year. I have. A
next deal is for sure it's coming. I mean, maybe I'll sneak into free agency, but that's it.
I thought for sure that you were going to put it into this deal, but
I regret it. Trust me.
Tyler Glasnow is also he's pitched. He had his second rehab start, so he went 47 pitches, I think 2 innings, somewhere around there, and so he is also coming back. So your pitching staff is going to get whole, and it's going to get whole probably pretty soon. So that completely helps it. Then it's just the offense. The offense is a mess.
Yeah, that's not good either.
No. So besides Shohei, Kyle Tucker. And there were one
Shohei Ohtani.
The Pajes are the only 3 that are actually hitting on this team right now. Everybody else, just a disaster. If Freddie Freeman hits into one more double play, I might lose my mind. Pajes gets on base, Freddie Freeman double play right after.
I mean, they are 1 inning away from having a 9-game losing streak right now. I mean, listen, they got the 1 in the 10th inning. That's fine. They got it. But it has been a rough ride. And I'm not saying that, to your point, like we started with the positive and reinforcements are coming and, things should be okay. But, three-peating is hard. You know what I mean? Like that, there's a reason it hasn't been done in 20-some-odd years. You know what I mean? Like, gosh, it really is very difficult. So I just think that you're putting yourself in a position where the margins are becoming smaller, even with the reinforcements, because there's only 7 more weeks left in the baseball season.
Yep.
That's not a lot if you think about it in the totality of baseball.
No. And they have a 7.5 game lead, 8.5 game lead.
I'm not worried about the division. I mean, but their placement in, I don't want to have to get into a short series if you don't have to. I know what you're saying, that, you're going to have to go through everybody at some point anyway. But if the standings don't fall your way and you have a more challenging 3-game series, then you're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, what if it's the Cubs that you have to face in a 3-game series for some reason?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's exactly what you don't want to happen. So
right.
In the rest versus rest conversation, I will take rest every single
100%,
especially with this team. So, I mean, there's all the things are starting to happen. And if you talk about that possible 9-game losing streak, in that game on Saturday, the Diamondbacks had 7 hits and 7 walks. They had 14 base runners in that game and only got 1 run. It was smoke and mirrors that they got through it. And also Edwin Diaz blew 2 saves where they had the lead in the 9th inning. So there's many different things that are happening here. I mean, even in this 8 games that they've lost of 9, they've had the lead in every single game except for one yesterday.
Yeah. Now, Edwin Diaz.
Oof.
He's only pitched, what, is it now a couple times now?
Yeah, it's
been out there a couple
times at this point, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to have to shake it off, right? Like, at some point. Like, you're going to have to go through the growing pains with him because of the way that – I mean, the guy literally was out there, how many times was he out there even before the injury?
2.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, I mean, 7 appearances is not a lot.
No.
So, you're just going to have to deal with the growing pains with that and just hope that he gets out. Now, he did blow the save multiple times, to your point, but he did eventually, like, just, close it down, enough to survive the game.
Well, think about it, because on Friday, he gives it the home run, blows it there. Then on Saturday, he gave up back-to-back triples to let the game be tied, and then they won it in the 10th. So, I mean, he's just not hitting his slider. He has a fastball and a slider that he uses, and that's basically about it. The slider is just not working for him. The fastball actually looks really good. So if he can figure out the off-speed pitch, then he'll be in a good space.
See, if Chris had more of an off-speed pitch to start the show at times, like, you know what I mean, we'd be okay. But he's just throwing fastballs the whole time.
Well, I've been up since 3 a.m. I'm ready to go.
I know.
I wanted to jump on at 6 a.m. But that train wreck they had.
You got what happened?
Well, there was no Evan, and it's a lot of Canty, and we know how you feel about Canty. So
I don't feel anything about Canty.
No, I've already started that war. So I want to get those 2 sticks rolling together so you and Canty square off one day.
I don't have anything on Canty. But I just feel like we've got Michelle and Evan. They're like friends. Like I know them. We know them. Like,
no, I know.
We don't need a third person.
But he's a Lakers fan. He likes to come on the show and talk Lakers with you.
No, that's fine.
I'm just saying
we don't need a third regular appearance of
Big Sedano guy. Big Sedano guy.
I'm sure he is.
I put in the YouTube chat at ESPN Los Angeles. Today we should work in some calls to really annoy you.
You just want to go full-fledged right now? I mean, okay. If you really want to, I mean, you're in control. I'm not in the studio. So
maybe later. Maybe in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll do one segment, and if it's good, we'll keep it rolling. And if the first bad call,
if we're going to do it, we got to do it in the first hour.
Oh, really?
I'm not wasting the 8 o'clock hour on bad calls.
All right, 7:45. 877.
That's your shot.
7:45. We'll open up the phones around 7:38, and you'll talk to Berg. And the best part about this bit is Sedano hates it, but you know who hates it more is Berg.
Oh, Bergman hates it.
Because he's got to answer the phones.
So much. I hate them so much. Most of them are nonsense calls that they come on. You're like, is this really what we're putting on the air? Is this?
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Always felt that way.
Listen, who's a big phone guy?
I know.
Carmi, Evan.
Loves it.
It's okay.
7:45.
You don't worry, Berg. You stand your ground. I got you on this one.
Yeah, me and you on this one. Usually I'm like right here with Cappy. It's me and you.
That should go well.
It's like you and me. We're like Daemon Targaryen yesterday in the battle of Tumbleton. Okay?
Right. He got lucky there, didn't he?
Yo, the end of that. Let me tell you. I know no one else is watching House of the Dragon except you and me. I feel like on this show.
I think so.
Holy moly, that was a good season.
Oh, that was a strong season.
Did you watch it, Briones, or no?
No, 7:45. If you're watching House of the Dragon, call us. Let us know what's going on.
7:16.
Wow,
here's
what a great season.
Well, you could have done in the first 16 minutes. Well, maybe watch House of the Dragon. Maybe drain the dragon, Jack. Oh, quack, quack for the kids, are you? Quack, quack. Or go see our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. Now, I was never a GOT guy, but Stephanie says that we're going to start watching it from the beginning.
Well, I think you'd like GOT because a lot of politics, a lot of sex, you know what I mean? Like, there's, and a lot of betrayal.
Oh, that's the best part.
Yeah.
And it's both ways. It's guys, it's girls, it's everything. Like, you're going to get all of it.
Oh, okay, we didn't have to go that deep. It's okay.
No, the betrayal.
Oh, okay.
Quack, quack in Anaheim.
You little miscreants in Anaheim, get your butts to school.
Well, they can't really get there without their parents, probably, unless they scooter to school or something or bike to school. In that case, I don't think they're listening to us, if I had to guess. So, Tarik Skubal, this is interesting because the Dodgers obviously are a draw for multiple reasons. And, here we get it. But his debut the other day drew the highest MLB regular season game rating on TNT since 2007. They generally on those games, they get about like 750,000 or so, 700,000, but they drew basically 1 million viewers. So, and that doesn't include the LA market for the most part because most of those people are going to be watching on Spectrum anyway. So That was nearly 1 million people randomly from just out of nowhere watching the Dodgers on TNT that night. So,
are we talking about Dodgers ruining baseball? This is ruining baseball.
No, I think that's a good. I think that's an argument for them not ruining.
No,
baseball.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Like, of course they're not ruining baseball. They're drawing in fans. They're drawing in people watching. People want to see them fail or see them succeed. They're bringing in money for every other team in all of baseball. It's just a nonsense argument.
Yes and no. I mean, it's nuanced. It's more nuanced than just that. But I would say that ultimately the bigger issue, as we've talked about a million times, and we don't have to talk about it here, is just the teams that don't spend enough.
Yep.
Hey, listen, coming up next, this Jonathan Kuminga thing. Like, honestly, I don't care if he comes anymore. Like, they can't afford him at the price he wants. But so it's either he's going to have to figure this out or not. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's a good idea. All right? Like, it's not his talent. There's just a specific reason why I don't think the Jonathan Kuminga thing with the Lakers that's out there right now is a good idea. We'll explain next.
See, that's what they call in the business, kids, a tease. 7:19. Good morning. Happy Monday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show will do that tease and Bergie's 3 things. 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of August 10th. Thursday, the Phillies and Twins take the field in MLB's annual Field of Dreams game from the iconic cornfield from the movie Field of Dreams in Dyersville, Iowa. Surround yourself in the sights and sounds of one of baseball's most memorable games of the year in virtual reality inside the Cosm Dome. Imagine every close play, every sliding catch, and every home run into the cornfield on a gigantic 87-foot wraparound LED display. Go to Cosm.com right now to lock in your seat for this and all the other big games coming up. And while you're there, don't forget your tickets for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or The Matrix, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Cirque du Soleil. In fact, why not lock in all 4, Jack? Family night or a date night, and the food options at Cosm are amazing. And there's cocktails and ice-cold beer on every level at Cosm. There's also the Cosm Hall and the Cosm Deck. Cosm is your entertainment headquarters. Visit Cosm.com and secure your tickets this week. That's your Cosm calendar.
You know, we talk a lot about winning culture in sports, but Mike, you've built that same thing here at Rotolo Chevrolet.
That's exactly right, Travis. For me, it's simple. Take care of your people and they'll take care of the customer.
And it shows. I mean, award-winning dealership, huge reputation across SoCal, and that doesn't happen by accident.
I'm a big believer in no shortcuts. We believe in doing the right thing every time. When your team feels trusted, they step up.
Sounds like a championship mindset to me.
That's the goal. Build a team that wins for our customers every single day.
Buenos dias.
7:21. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Think you've got what it takes to take down Travis Rogers and the fantasy expert Marcus Grant for an NFL Network in fantasy football? Well, here's what you got to do. Listen to DeMarco and Travis for your chance to qualify for the Morongo Fantasy Football Face-Off. Draft live with Travis and Marcus this Thursday. Compete for weekly prizes. And if you're the last fan standing, you'll win 2 tickets to football's biggest championship game. It's all powered by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Let me do that one more time. It's all powered by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. That's the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show today at 3 p.m. We'll see if DeMarco even remembers to come in. We begin and return in 60 seconds from right now.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. Episodes 1 and 2 available now. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick. And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
And this is going to get a little complicated, Cappy, so follow me here
I'm
for a second.
listening very intently.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
I'm listening very intently. Go ahead. I can't wait to hear what's about to happen.
And Stephanie, right?
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'll pay." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't have to pay, Jack, but I really have to go. Can you come to OC maybe?" But no, we're going to go to Culver City, to his neck of the woods. So we'll do that.
I was texting with Johnny I the other day, actually, about something.
Did he send you a picture of it?
No.
The Life Source Whole House water system.
He did
Suck
not.
on that tap, Jack. All right, we'll get to Bergie's three things in about 5 minutes, but pay off your tees.
I will. I'll get there in a second. Speaking of which, I went to a WNBA game yesterday. I went to the Sparks game, which was really fun. It was a good game down the stretch. And I will say this. I was really impressed by a number of things. There were so many things going on yesterday at LA Live. Was anybody at LA Live yesterday or no?
No, I stayed in yesterday, thankfully.
Okay, so they had the Sparks game going on. Great crowd for the game. Good game, good finish because the Sparks were down big, and then they came back in the last 5 minutes and made it a game. But they had the Mamba tournament as well going on at LA Live. So that's the basketball invitational, high school basketball invitational, the Mamba, in honor of Kobe Bryant, obviously. And it was I was watching some of that too. I mean, just a great weekend of basketball at LA Live. So that was going on the whole weekend there. And
I saw the court outside on Friday. It looked cool.
The only thing I was a little surprised by was, dude, it's August. Like, what did you expect? It's going to be super hot out there. How is there not, like, a canopy, at least above the court for the kids?
No, it was right in the sun, right? It was just pounding down on
I was like, whoa. Because if you hit the deck on that floor, like, and it's basketball. You're going to slip. You're going to fall, right? Like, guys are going to bump into each other or whatever. Or girls, right? Because it was both boys and girls basketball. That thing had to be scorching if you hit the deck there.
Oh, was it sport court too that was down there? So it was like the different style of.
No, it looked like a real court.
Oh, it was a real court.
Yeah. So, but it was cool. So I was down there yesterday watching little hoops, both on the outside and the inside for a little bit, for both. But it was great. I was in the 710 suite. It was nice. There were some other families in there. It was everybody was very excited. A lot of daughters in there, and it was fun. So the kids were having a good time. Quack, quack for the kids. So shouts out to the kids. Anyhow, back to NBA basketball. So Jonathan Kuminga. All right, I know you wanted to ask me questions about Jonathan Kuminga Bergman.
I did.
What is your question about Jonathan Kuminga? Because I don't love the idea of Jonathan Kuminga for the Lakers for a multitude of reasons. But go ahead.
So tell me about that part first. So because this is all that's been going around. So the Lakers are going to get Jonathan Kuminga. They're going hard after Jonathan. It's over and over for the last 3-4 weeks.
Well, he wants a lot of money,
right?
And and the Lakers don't have it. Like, it's just that simple, right? Like, this is the reality of it. Like, they don't have a lot of money. He wants a lot of money. He's going to end up losing money in this exchange. And, I mean, the Hawks basically just said, like, they traded for him, okay? And then we're like, nah, we're good. So, like, that's kind of a red flag, right? You would think just that on the surface. If I told you they traded for this young guy, right? And he was making $20-something million last year, and then they walked away. How do you feel about that player?
I would not feel pretty good about that player.
Right. Okay. Now, let's factor this in, too. And this stinks. Like, I don't want to be the guy that's ripping Jonathan Kuminga. I'm just reporting the facts here, okay? The facts are that's what happened with the Hawks after trading for him. What I will tell you is, and Windhorst and I have had these conversations on the air when the Kuminga stuff first came about, feels like a month ago now. Depending on who you talk to at the Golden State Warriors, they will tell you that Jonathan Kuminga's level of commitment and maturity to the team was not ideal. That he's a young guy who was a lottery pick, okay? He was previously playing at G League Ignite when the G League had this one team that was supposed to be like all the top prospects. And, they didn't want to go to college, so they went to the G League Ignite to make, 6 figures and then jump to the NBA. Well, that experiment did not go great in general, is what I would say, the G League Ignite. And there's a multitude of reasons that we don't have to get into the reasons why, but it just didn't work out the way they expected it to. And Kuminga goes there, and he gets drafted the year, I'm trying to remember what year it was. Kuminga's draft, I want to say around COVID. So either way, he gets drafted, and
2021 NBA draft.
Thank you. So he gets drafted, and the guys in that draft, right? At some point, like any young guy, you start to compare yourself to those guys. You're like, hey man, why, those guys got drafted. We're they're getting paid. They're getting playing time. He gets drafted to a team that's good, a team that's a championship caliber type team. The owner thinks he's the guy, right? Like, he is the guy that they think is going to be the next coming. He was drafted 7th in that particular draft, and he's seeing guys in his draft, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, even guys like Jalen Suggs, etc., all Alperen Sengun, right? Jalen Johnson, all these guys succeed. And he feels like he's being stifled, okay? Except the difference was when you compare him to all those other players, okay? All those other players, their game was more, let's call it more refined, okay? They had a broader skill set. They also had specific things they did well. He was kind of still some clay that needed to be molded. And it felt like his idea of what that mold should look like was different from the Warriors. Like, the Warriors will tell you, the certain people, right? The owner loved him, but people in, let's just say, the coaching staff or whatnot, or maybe even in the front office, would tell you that they wanted Jonathan Kuminga, young Jonathan Kuminga, to just be like, hey, bro, you're playing with Steph Curry. You're playing with Draymond Green. Just play this role. You're going to get paid, right? Like, look what happened. And by the way, it did work out that way for Jordan Poole. And remember, Andrew Wiggins resuscitated his career a little bit at Golden State as well. And now Andrew Wiggins has been really good since then. And they got paid by the Warriors because they did the job they were asked to do. And Kuminga refused. They would claim, well, that's what they claim. They would claim that he was more interested in developing his individual game and not fitting within the team construct and structure. I just personally, considering the way the Lakers are trying to remake this team, I just think that type of personality, especially when he's not going to get the contract that he expects, because they literally cannot give him that contract. He was making $22.5 million last year. The Lakers cannot give him that kind of money because they don't have it. I just feel like it's a recipe for a mess. And I just don't think that's what you want if you're the Lakers. The talent is undeniable. No one is denying that part of it. But it's the fit that I question the most.
So you're saying that Wendy was absolutely saying that he never understood the Kuminga thing. And I think a lot of people don't really understand it. This is supposed to be a front office that understands all those types of things and is a strong front office now with the Mark Walter group. Why are they waiting for this guy then? Why are they?
Well, no, I think there is a
maybe there's nothing else.
Well, yes, and I would also say, look, they need to replace LeBron's production some way, somehow, right? And I think they look at it as, well, at what point financially do we say, okay, we know these fit issues, right? We know his history, okay? We know the facts, okay, on what transpired in Atlanta. They just walked away from his contract. But is there a price that we're willing to pay that he's willing to maybe take because there's nothing better on the table, that we're willing to deal with some of that turbulence potentially that could be coming our way?
So then also, so now if he's going through that and so he wants more money, we don't have that type of money for him. Why is he going to be happy here if he does take less money?
It looks like he'd have to take a prove-it deal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the reality. And if you're the Lakers, you say, okay, we'll stomach some of the potential hurdles because if we're not paying him a lot of money, what do we care? You know what I mean? If it's just like a 1-year prove-it deal, what do we care? If it doesn't work out, we don't play him. And it is what it is. We just move forward.
Okay, so that will help the Lakers, but that won't help him. He actually has to go out and show that he's proving it.
I mean, look, you could say it'll help the Lakers. It may or may not. Maybe it becomes an issue. You know what I mean? Like, there is that possibility.
Well, if he goes through, if it's the prove-it deal, that's kind of like the Dwight Howard type of deal where it's like, hey.
Right, but the difference is when Dwight Howard did that at the end of his career, this is a guy who's still in his early 20s.
Yeah.
Like, this is not that.
And if he's doing everything you're saying, oh, I'm the 7th overall pick, and look at all the guys that were around me. By the way, that 1 through 9 of that 2021 draft, really, really strong.
He was 18 when he was drafted. He's only 23 years old. So I know that there's this tantalizing belief of like, oh, my God, look at the athleticism. Look at this. Look at that. He's only 23. If we could just get him in our system and make it work. Now 2 teams that have felt that way and have walked away. So at some point, you got to look at, to use a phrase Chris likes to use, the man in the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
So because now you have the championship team in Golden State. And then Atlanta, who was a playoff team, and they were looking to, and really, once they got rid of Trae Young, actually looked really strong and good, like a good basketball team. They don't want him. And now it could come here. I just don't see somebody like.
Yeah, I'm just saying, be careful what you wish for, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, JJ is somebody that does not really handle that type of person very well, it seems like.
Oh, JJ.
Maybe. I don't know. I think JJ, I just think JJ's not going to put up with any nonsense.
Right.
So. But that could then become a bad situation. Like, I'm not saying he's DeAndre Ayton, okay? What I'm telling you, though, is there are some similarities in regards to the way he believes he should be viewed as a player and the way he's actually viewed as a player around the league.
Yeah, because he's going to be eating probably, 3rd or 4th on this team if he does come here. Where it's Luka and AR, no matter what, 1 and 2.
Right.
And so he is going to be pushed off to the side at some point. So that doesn't seem like the type of person that will play well into that. If he's not going to play a role in a championship team.
I just think you're running into similar things, not apples to apples exactly, but you're running into some similarities with the things you ran into with DeAndre Ayton last year.
So what do you do if you don't bring in Kuminga then? What is the next move for the Lakers?
I don't know.
Is there anything?
I don't know.
Just run it with what you got.
Wait it out. Just see what happens. What if Zach LaVine becomes available? Like they buy him out or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Could they buy him out? He's in Sacramento still, right?
Yeah, he's 1 year, $48 million. He'd have to give up money, but you know what I mean? Like maybe he does.
At least he can shoot.
And he I know he's had an injury history. I'd rather take a chance on someone like that if he becomes available, which is a big if, than Jonathan Kuminga. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it seems like you and Wendy are very aligned on that.
Yeah. I just don't think Jonathan Kuminga is worth the hassle.
Is your shirt pink or purple? Some people, I think it's lavender.
It's pink.
Oh, it's pink?
Mm-hmm.
Because Neil, I think in the YouTube chat, was saying purple, but then he said pink. I said lavender.
Yeah. Let's get to Bergie's 3 things.
You want to do it here?
Yeah, let's knock him
let's
out.
do it right here. Come on. You want to take the calls next segment. So.
Well, no, we were talking about moving it. I don't know.
No, not 8 o'clock. Not happening.
You don't want to do Bergie at 8 o'clock.
Oh, I'm saying the 3 things we could do right now.
We talked a lot about the stuff anyway, so let's get. We
just go a little faster because he's right. We did talk a lot.
What are you slamming back there?
My phone dropped off.
This guy, all he does is
you
make
have
noise.
Supersonic ears. Okay, I don't think anybody else.
What happened to your phone?
He's I don't know what he does. He just throws stuff back there.
The phone was on the paper.
Are you angry this morning?
No, the phone was on the paper. I picked up the paper. The phone dropped off the paper. And
you watch the Blue Review weekdays at 6:30 a.m. with Marcus Grant and Gregory Arthur Bergman. By the way, I bet you the YouTube chat or the YouTube team is on time for that. Today we started 3 minutes early or 3 minutes late back there. Carlo and Brooke. It's an outrage. Anyway, then Bergie gets on here and does his 3 things thanks to Blue Ice Vodka.
Yes, it is Brought to you by Blue Ice Vodka, made from Idaho potatoes and pristine Teton water. It's a new copy. Teton water for a smoother, creamier, cleaner cocktail with no sugar and just 64 calories per ounce. Look for Blue Ice Vodka wherever you shop for spirits. Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Tetons.
Where do we get some of that Teton water?
I want some Teton water.
You know what? I feel like Ireland loves those Tetons.
Oh, he loves Tetons.
Oh, yeah.
He loves to suck on the tap in Tetons.
He loves those
Who doesn't love the Tetons?
Yeah. There you go. Orale, Tetons.
All right, so we mentioned it in the first thing, but Justin Wrobleski officially an issue. But where does he go from here, Sedano? So at this point, his
ass is going back to Oklahoma City. That's where he's going.
No, I think he stays. I think he stays up, but I think you move him.
Put him in the bullpen.
Yeah, you put him in the bullpen to let him be just focus on what he did when he first came up. When he first came up into the season, he's a fastball slider pitcher, and he was not stretched out. He was not supposed to be this great starter. Now just let him focus on just a couple, like an inning, 2, 3 at the most, and get there. But you have to wait a little bit. You have to wait till Glasnow's back, which could probably be about 2 more rehab starts for him. So then when you have your full complement of pitchers, Skubal, Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, and even add Sasaki in there, you can keep Lauer. Then you're looking at moving Wrobleski back because that's where he's going to be in the postseason. So I don't think you move him into the AAA like Sheehan, but he will fit much, much better in the bullpen. I think that's where he's going to end up.
Fair enough. Now, Edwin Diaz, we touched on it briefly. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot the organ.
Oh, yeah, we got to hit the little button, so thank you.
I like it.
So I think Edwin Diaz is going to be okay. We did touch on it earlier, but he, like we were talking about, his slider is just not working right now. The fact is his fastball looks really, really good, and if you can get the slider to start working, then you're looking at a guy that could be very devastating. It's still early. He's barely pitched this season. It takes a little while to get all your stuff back. So if he's not pitching well in September, that's when you really have to start thinking about, okay, what do we do here? Do we just move him off, put him on the IL for the rest of the year, have Tanner Scott back there? Then it starts becoming an issue like it was last year where you're using starters as relievers, which they have enough guys, but that gets a little more dangerous. Maybe it's like a Roki down the stretch.
All right, and then finally,
is it
Tucker time, baby?
It is finally Kyle Tucker time. He is on a 7-game hitting streak. He's hit a triple. He's hit home runs. He's actually hitting right now. He's starting to look like who he is now. We've said this before, so hopefully this one is the start. But if this is Kyle Tucker's time, he's been really good. He was really good over this weekend. But figured himself out on the base paths a little bit. Then look at you got a guy that could very well help you tremendously in the postseason.
Yeah. This is listen, better late than never is what I would say.
Absolutely.
And that's Bergie's 3 things brought to us by the Tetons of the Blue Ice Vodka. No?
Yeah, sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Tetons.
There you go.
We went really fast there.
You know?
There you go, Bergie, because we covered all of that earlier.
We did all of it. We got it. We just got to do it again.
It's good. By the way, Bergie, so Mateo likes to get like a jersey of every we're trying to collect all of them from different every baseball team. He picked for the Cubs?
Oh no. TCA.
Crow Armstrong.
Ah, jeez. Come on, Mateo. You should know better than that. You're a Dodger fan.
He said he's from L.A. And I said, yeah, he is.
But he hates L.A.
He's from L.A.
He legitimately hates L.A.
No, he does not have.
No, he does. He does.
He's
he said
just
it.
being a
He said it.
rabble-rouser.
I hate that place.
Need more Lakers talk in your life? The Ball Knower Extreme Duo of Mike Trudell and Geeter McGee.
ESPN LA.
That's right, Geeter. They're back tonight at 6 p.m. on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. Trudell's off the ship. We got to find out if he got down on that ship in the room.
In the teeny room with all the kids?
No, man, not with the kids
That's
in
the
there.
question he asked us.
He
asked us. He said, how am I going to get down? Geeter had advice for him. This wasn't my bin, man.
ESPN LA.
How do the Lakers still not have resolution on their wing depth? That's what I was thinking. Find out tonight. Lakers Talk, 6 p.m. Discuss it tonight on ESPN LA. All right, let's try to prove Sedano wrong, although I don't think we're going to. 877-710-ESPN. If you call, we'll take it. If it's really bad, well, you know how that's going to go. 877-710-ESPN. Let's shake Sedano's tin can. Next, in 3 minutes, we'll take your calls on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, Jack.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a 1-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Your heart works hard for you every day. That's why taking care of it should be a year-round priority. Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, keeping you in the game with expert care, advanced treatments, and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Whether you're looking to be more active, make healthier choices, or stay on top of routine screenings, small steps can make a meaningful difference in your long-term health. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart.
Fuego. Summer is sizzling and the August deals are at Northridge or Wonders Toyota. It's Bethel Durant, and I love my Camry Hybrid. And right now, you can lease a 2026 Camry SE Hybrid CVT for $359 a month or 36 months plus tax. $359 for a new Camry Hybrid? Come on now. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Camry model 2561 with total SRP of $33,808. Lease and purchase amount of $21,964. $29.99 due at signing. Includes first month payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required. Unapproved credit, tax, title, license, or extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 8/31/2026.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack. I get parents telling me all the time that the kids in the car love the quack. They're now into the quack, quack.
Listen,
huh?
I am a role model for the youth of America.
Oh, we know that.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Back to Sedano and Kap.
$7:47, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Sedano solo today. Kap will be back tomorrow. On this day in 1985, the number one hit, Shout by Tears for Fears, Jack. Did you type the OTD, Jorge?
I did.
You put Tears and Fears.
Oh,
Tears.
sorry.
Oh, Tears.
Tears. My Theo sent me that one.
Meanwhile, Neil Cat 6 in the YouTube chat at ESPN Los Angeles said, if you guys do calls, is it going to be sponsored by AARP? See, I think that's shot at Mason and Ireland. I don't think that's right, Neil. But I'm blowing off this call segment because the people called in. Berkey said the median age was like 92.
Yeah, so it was all very older guys, and mostly saying like, "I have a complaint about your Get Up program."
Yeah, how's that Get Up program, man? All right, so Sedano, you're right again. Is Sedano there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You have a complaint about the Get Up program?
I have no complaints with the Get Up program. I like the Get Up program.
Yep, so do I. But the gentleman that called was not a fan.
You know what I reminisced to Evan the other day on the phone?
What?
We were talking about, because he talks to DP a lot, and I was like, realize for like 2 weeks of my life, I was talking to Greeny every day. I was on calls with Greeny. Like, it was great. And then he just vanished from us.
Yeah.
And then no more Greeny.
No, he's doing his own thing now.
I was in
He's got the deal I want. You know what I'm saying? He's gone for the summer.
No, I meant, remember when he had the radio show?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the radio show, then it was just 1 day a week, and then it was just like, I'm just not coming in today. Yeah.
And now, ironically, that time slot is back to Golick and Golick.
Yeah.
I met them downstairs, actually. Really, really nice guys.
The Golicks?
Yeah, last week when they were actually here at LAPC doing their show.
Oh, yeah.
But then, they're really nice guys. They're going to be coming here in October into the studio.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why
like our studio?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's going to be no LAPC, so we have to.
So they're going to do it out of there? I thought they were going to do it out of the NFL Network.
So I thought they were too, but when Mike Sr. comes back into LA in October, they need a space until all that's all ready for him. So
do you think he'll share a glizzy with me?
You can ask him.
Listen, he's a food guy.
Can you imagine? We'll get him in the YouTube hour or the digital hour at 9 a.m. and just, can you imagine? Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, it'd be great. I haven't seen either of those guys in a long time.
Oh, Mike Jr., by the way, huge food guy.
Played offensive line at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Mike Jr. tries like all these different types of food. If you see a weird food, he wants to try it.
Yeah, Mike Jr. is Golick Jr. is great. Gojo.
Yeah.
So real quick, so the guy doesn't like to get up. That was the call.
That was the call. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we did not want to put him.
I envy Greeny, man. I wish I had that schedule.
Which one? The get up
where
one?
He doesn't have to do anything in the summer. Him and Van Pelt. I need that deal.
Well, next time around. I mean, you didn't. Don't make it seem like you did tons of summer work.
No, I didn't. But I'm back in August. Which you guys? I mean, you guys used to say I was gone for all of July and August.
Ireland the other day was like, so who do you think works more? This was on the air in the summer.
Oh, he loves this bit. He does it every year.
Sedano, and I go, no, Sedano, because he's coming back for all of August.
Yeah,
and he's like, I don't know.
What is he talking about? I never miss shows anymore. I missed shows when we did the afternoon show because I was doing games. But not anymore.
Ireland we're life source guys, so I don't want to whack him too hard.
Yeah.
But, it was funny.
That bit's like 3 years old now, Ireland. Come on.
What are you going to do?
So anyway. By the way, I texted Laura the other day, speaking of other shows. Amor Salsita started their guacamole, and I saw it at my grocery store. I bought it. It was delicious.
Yeah, they have some good stuff. You just try the hatch chili one that they had? The salsa?
No, I just had I got it for the kids, so it was just the mild guacamole. It was very good.
We love Jerry and everybody at it. Amor Salsita.
Yeah. So, anywho, let's get back to things that matter, since these calls stink. Let's talk about the Rams for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, let me ask you this. It's really good when we're sitting there, we're scrutinizing who's going to be the backup to this position. Like, you need to, I would say this, man, and I get it. There are people who have their own fandom for their own teams in football because there wasn't a team here for 20 years. But, man, it's been, like, for someone like me who was kind of like an NFL free agent in a lot of ways, it's been really fun to jump on this team the last several years. Holy moly. And look, since I remember, do people remember like 2016 when they came back?
Is that Case Keenum years?
Yeah, the Case Keenum started.
Well, Jeff Fisher. I mean, they were the cure for insomnia, okay, on Sundays. And then McVay gets here, and it's like so exciting, and they're fun to watch, and it's just a blast. And they've had so much success in the 9 seasons that he's been here. Or now it's going 10, right? This will be his 10th season. It's just so much fun. And we've gotten to the point where they are one of the premier franchises in the National Football League. And they get every player right, whether it's via the draft, whether they get them via free agency, whether they trade for them. Like, this is like a dream come true. Like, they are the perfect fit for LA because, look, I'll say this about LA fans, right? You demand excellence, understandably so, and you've lived a charmed life, right? In the sense of, like, you know, it's not like you were the Red Sox fans who hadn't won in 100 years or the Cubs fans who hadn't won in 100 years, right? I mean, these teams win, and they win at a high clip, and that's the expectation. And the Rams have fallen right into place with the expectations of the Dodgers and the Lakers and everyone that you hold in the high esteem and regard that you do. Like, they have put themselves in a position where it's like, yeah, that's what we expect too. Our expectations are Super Bowl or bust. And if we don't win a championship or if we're not in the Super Bowl, we don't believe we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I love that. I love how they've just fit in almost seamlessly. And it's taken them a while. But I mean, if you think about it, Christopher, you know, for a team that was not here for 20 years, to be able to accomplish this, like, it could have been a lot rockier for this team. And they have done pretty much everything right. I mean, they've had what? Is it one losing season under McVay? And that's when everybody got hurt after the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl, yeah. That's when he was, like, contemplating not coaching anymore and all that.
Right.
No, it's incredible. Think about where we started with Jeff Fisher and that Hard Rock.
Oh, my God, it was so bad.
7-9, or 8-8, or 9-7, okay? Or 10-6 for that matter. This team's too talented. I'm not going to settle for that.
That's what we went to when we came back here. And everybody, you know, Fisher had a history.
Oh,
so
right, because
USC,
like everybody wanted to be open-minded about him, despite the fact that, yeah, I mean, he had the
mustache.
Right, he did have the mustache.
He liked
it was a glorious mustache.
Back then, we used to do the coaches show on remote, and he was tanked a lot of times, allegedly. It was fun.
Okay.
No, I mean, he would talk about that. He'd be drinking the cocktail while on the air. And think about then, was it December, right, when McVay was officially hired? Wasn't it December?
When did McVay come in studio with me and Key and LZ?
That was
shortly after he got hired, right?
So that would have been like February 2017.
I mean, he could not have been more dismissive to him.
He was.
Day, and he was so nice to us.
Remember, he came in like a suit with like an open shirt. He was all dressed up.
Yeah.
And Key was like, man. Well, remember.
He was like, oh, man, this guy used to be my ball boy.
Yeah, exactly.
January 12th, 2017.
Okay, so there you go. So we had just gotten back from the holiday. Oh. And Bones was the interim head coach.
You're going to go 6-10. He said it to him. Remember that, Briones? Man, you guys can go. I don't see it. You guys can go 6-10. I'll give Key credit. He said it to his face, though.
No, he did. He did.
And then he went 10-6, I think, or 11-5 or something like that.
Something like that, because they made the playoffs that first year.
Right.
They went 11-5 at the first year. You know, he's only had less than 10 wins twice in the 9 years.
No, I know. And one of them was a 9 wins.
Yep, it was a 9-7. Yeah, in 2019.
Right, and then the 5-11, the rough season.
Yeah, that was no good.
But think about it. I mean, Berg, that has to drive you nuts. How quickly they came into this market, and all of a sudden they're literally their mantra is exactly what the top two teams' mantra is. All of a sudden, and they did it in 10 years.
No, yeah, they did it. They did it immediately when McVay came in. Yeah, it's a little frustrating as a Raider fan, just because like I want them to still own LA. And they still do until, but they're right there. The Rams are, you see it in schools.
If the Rams keep winning Super Bowls, that's going to change because the way you win over a city is the kids.
Yep.
Okay? Quack, quack. All right? You win the kids, you win the city. That's how this works.
So my daughter, who is going into high school now, but the entire time that she's been in school, they've had Ram players or Rampage go to the school. They're going into the community, and which is the exact right thing to do. Yep,
got to do it. Yep. And you got to win. You can't just go into the community and stink.
Right.
Like you can go to the community and that's great. They should be doing that. But you got to go into the community and also win.
Well, if you expect a 10-win season at least every single year, you're going to start gaining all the fans in here. And he's doing that. He's doing that over and over again. And I love the fact that they go by this.
F them picks.
That's a huge part of all this, too, that they're willing to trade
but
that
it's
stuff.
not just F them picks because they nail the picks they do have.
Right. But they're still willing to give up those picks to get better so that you are putting the product on the field year in and year out. And now so they will give up the picks to go get Myles Garrett. They'll give up the picks to go get Matthew Stafford. And now we're sitting here looking at are we going to bring back Aaron Donald, which is probably going to happen. The team is so up to the level of the Lakers and the Dodgers, and that's good for the city.
It's been a long time, Bergie, since Marcus Allen was running with the Knight at the Coliseum.
It's been a long time since they've seen a playoff.
Man, it's got to hurt. So Raiders fans, again, it's tradition. It's about the culture of L.A. A lot of Raiders fans, especially in the Hispanic community, and we love them all, but even they will admit their team's horrible.
It's getting better.
Yes, there's the delusional Raider fans we're going to the Super Bowl this year, but deep down they know that that's not true.
I mean, that's all a bit, right? That's the when John Ireland used to be a Raider fan. 17-0.
If they stab you, it's not that much of a bit,
Speaking of the Raiders, I do want to get into the Raiders on the other side because not only did we make fun of Kirk Cousins running, but maybe Max Crosby did that too, and that's why they may have had a little tit for tat, as they say. So we go from Tetons to tit for tat next.
7:59. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. That was well done. We approach 8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Well, I guess we'll do that next. Max Crosby. He's a lunatic. We'll do that and Raiders football in 4 minutes right now on a Monday morning. So,
the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your own schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job. It's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at GlobeLifeCareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Mike, I've been around a lot of teams, and what you've built at Rotolo Chevrolet, it just feels different.
Travis, I appreciate that. It all starts with believing in our people. If you empower them, they'll do right by the customer.
And that's where the culture comes from.
Exactly. We don't just sell cars. We focus on giving customers what they want and making it a great experience.
That's why people like me keep coming back. I've been here 3 times.
That's the win for us. I get to keep seeing you. Long-term relationships, not just transactions.
Rotolo Chevrolet, #1 for a reason.
National Tell a Joke Day is coming up. I got one. Why did Rick cross the 10 freeway? To get to Morongo. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're the Fantasy Football HQ for draft parties. Book your draft party today.
#2.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback. Earn entries now, and you could drive off a winner the 31st.
And the #1 reason.
Good times.
Morongo. Good times.
The Dodgers.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Waba Grill. It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in fiery chili crisp. Get yours now, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Harry Douglas here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of that guilty sugar aftermath. the perfect summer kick. It's delicious, portable, zero sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on the summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com and on Amazon.
This is the Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Good morning, guys. This is Angelica, and this is the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA, presented by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and we got you covered at Angelica's Insurance. From auto and home to business and life, we have a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit us at angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today. And now, the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, powered by Angelica's Insurance. And Sedano, please pump the brakes, sucker.
The Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour.
We have about the Raiders so far this offseason are Kirk Cousins runs like an octogenarian and that Max Crosby tried to kill him and that Kirk Cousins stood up for himself. So what is going on here? Like, why is it that now, look, some people will say that's good. They're feisty. You know, they're looking at each other. And, you know, there's already a disdain from one side of the ball to the next. They're tired of hitting each other. Soon they'll be hitting other guys. It'll all be good. But I just look at it as if that would be the spin if like the Rams were doing that. You know what I'm saying? But when it's the Raiders, a team that has lived on dysfunction for the better part of 20 years or longer now, that generally gets frowned upon in these scenarios.
Yeah, it does. So, to be honest with you, I think this is all made-up nonsense. I think Clint Kubiak took Max Crosby and Kirk Cousins aside, and he said, hey, you guys go at it a little bit.
Wait, you think it's like a WWE work is what you're telling me?
I'm saying that I think that he pulled him aside and said, hey, go out and practice. I want to make an example of the two of you to show that it'll show everybody that we mean business around here. Max Crosby has been around a long time. He's not going to hit a red jersey. Kirk Cousins has been around a long time. He doesn't get into scuffles with people. I think that Max Crosby did this on purpose so that Clint Kubiak could say, hey, look at it. I took them too, and I sat them out of practice because there's disciplinary things that happen while I'm here. No matter what, I don't care who you are. I'm going to push you off to the side, and now everybody else, you better fall in line or you're all going to get disciplined too. And so he takes that mantle right away as I'm the guy here. You're listening to me, and I think they went with it, and rightfully so. But it's my conspiracy theory, and I think it's actually true.
Are you saying that's like when Sedano and I start screaming at each other and it gets really bad, just to show everybody that we'll go at each other?
I think sometimes you do that. Yes.
Oh no, that happens here on the show. No, but it isn't manufactured. I think it serves that purpose, but it isn't like I do it because I want to do it. I do it because he's pissed me off. Is why it happens.
Yeah, but sometimes we do it just to show everybody we'll go at each other.
No, agreed. That is like a subplot. That's not the plot.
So listen to what Kubiak said. He said, we have very clear expectations on how we want to practice and how we want to go about our business, and we violated that yesterday. So held those guys out. Those are two leaders of our team going at it. So that is part of camp. Obviously, you fight in the game, you throw a punch, you're out of the game. So we've got to be smart, treat it like a game. Like he's trying to say, like, this is something that we have to do. So you all get in line or you're all out.
No, I get that part of the equation. But what I'm saying to you is that I don't necessarily view that as a positive. That the guy you almost traded, who's come back, and you bring in your new quarterback, who's really just a placeholder,
right,
at this stage of his career, want to go at each other's neck.
Yeah, I think they've manufactured the whole thing.
I mean, that's really the only reason we're going to talk. I mean, honestly, the only way we're going to talk about the Raiders is if something like this happens. Is there anything even positive coming out of camp at the moment?
So I think
has anyone said Mendoza's look good? Like, is there anything to hold on to? Is my question.
So Kirk has been saying that Mendoza looks really good. That he's showing something.
Kirk Morrison?
Yeah, Kirk Morrison.
Or Cousins?
Sorry. Yeah, Kirk Morrison is saying that he's looking really good. Sorry, I should have vocal fonted. Kirk Morrison.
Oh, excellent usage of the word vocal font.
All right, so Kirk Morrison said that he's looking really, really good. Like he's like a computer, that he understands the game and he understands what he's supposed to do.
He's a computer. He knows how to tabulate what he needs to do.
And then
he's not MS-DOS or Windows 95.
MS-DOS. Wow, you're going old school.
That's a deep pull. MS-DOS.
I used to use not PowerPoint. What was it? There was a writing program that I used on MS-DOS. WordPerfect. That's exactly what it was. WordPerfect. But
when I was a kid in like, was I in junior high school? I don't remember. When first the computer class was not even a computer class. It was basically like a typing class. It felt like more than anything else back then.
Well, remember the word processors that were like mini computers?
Oh yeah. They used to have a software program called Mavis, and I used to hate it.
Or whatever.
What's the worst name ever? Mavis.
Mavis Beacon. You're right. It was Mavis Beacon.
Yeah.
We just played Oregon Trail.
Oh, I loved Oregon Trail.
It was so good.
Like, I wish there was an Oregon Trail now I could play just to get through the day sometimes.
Well, you'd have Dysteria.
Yeah, right.
I think I get that sometimes after too much time with Cappy.
There was also one with like a mother goose that would go around eating numbers and stuff. That one was
sometimes I don't mind. Sometimes, back in the
Mother
day,
goose.
I used to like a lot of mother gooses or geese.
You have to have snakes.
Mother geese.
Yeah, I think it's more about you wanting to go, oh, mommy.
Oh, mommy. Punish me, mommy. All right, let's get back to Kirk Cousins.
Quack. Ashton Genty supposedly is looking really good too. That the offensive line looks better. Right. And Ashton Genty coming off of last year.
And where did Kirk Morrison say this?
He's at Rams camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was talking to DeMarco and Travis, and they were talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, look, it's going to be
better. Listen, there's only one way to go up if you're the Raiders.
I mean, there's only
one way to go, excuse me, rather.
It's up. If they go down, this is a hole. That's a much, much larger problem. But I truly believe in Clint Kubiak. What do you think about Kubiak? He's going to come in here and do a much better job.
I don't know anything about Clint Kubiak other than, I know his dad. You know what
Gary?
I'm saying? Like, and yeah, he did a nice job last year. It looks like with Sam Darnold. That's a good first step, like I would say. Sure.
Yeah, but he can be like what Ben Johnson did in Chicago. Although they had. Although
I don't know if I'd go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, here's what I would say. Even the Sam Darnold stuff, like he did a nice job with him, but people will say that Kevin O'Connell was really the guy who turned Sam Darnold's career around. Actually, people, if you really go back and you go deep, people will say Kyle Shanahan was the reason that Sam Darnold started to kind of turn the corner a little bit. And hell, he'll tell you that. But it's all the same tree. And Kubiak is part of that tree. It's all the West Coast offense. It's all Mike Shanahan. So I do think that Kubiak can be good. And I think that's why he brought in Cousins, because he knows that system because of Kevin O'Connell. And I think it'll be a system that works for Mendoza because he to use Kirk's analogy, he is a computer. He's a quick thinker. He processes very well, although things will be sped up in the pros. And I'm curious to see how that works itself out. I still feel like receiver is an issue, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit. They did bring another guy. They brought in Jalen Naylor from Minnesota.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. The whole set, Trey Tucker's okay, and Jalen Naylor's okay. But the fact is, you have
why didn't they go after like Stephon Diggs?
So Diggs, 3 years, 3 different teams. He's not the guy that he used to be.
Yeah, but that happens a lot in the NFL. It's not like the Jonathan Kuminga conversation we're having. Like, I mean, in the NFL, guys get,
Did he play with Cousins in Minnesota, Diggs?
Yeah.
So then there might be something there. Who knows if that was an issue between the two of them. I don't know. I think Diggs thinks that he's still much better than he actually is.
He's still pretty damn good.
Yeah. No. Look, he's a great receiver.
He's better than anything you can throw out there for sure on Sundays right now.
As of right now, yes.
Yeah. Oh, look
Brock
what they're putting
Bowers,
up on
maybe.
First Take just for you. Mahomes on left knee. It feels great.
This is the thing that I hate the most about this offseason. The fact that Patrick Mahomes got through his injuries so fast and is going to be playing right away. That's annoying.
And he looks leaner. Mahomes, and I can say this because I have a dad bod. But Mahomes is 20-something years old, and a quarterback has a dad bod. I feel like he looks in much better shape. Like, I'm looking at him in that dry fit they got him on First Take right now.
I just put it
on ESPN too. He looks leaner, looks good, and that's what you got to do, especially after an injury. You got to do that stuff.
Did he know? Do you think Travis Kelce knew he was coming back? Because otherwise, why is Travis Kelce coming back?
No, yeah, those guys I'm sure talk all the time.
Yeah, because there's no reason for him to come. This is his last year, I would assume, and if he's coming back. And you're going to play with a team that may not actually do anything this year. It seems weird that you come back for nothing.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's coming back as a Mahomes. Speaking of, Mahomes obviously comes back, changes the entire equation, right, in the AFC, and changes the entire equation in the AFC West. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw this in the front page of ESPN.com. There's a story about the Rams, and it's about, they're the latest super team. And Bill Barnwell does a phenomenal job. Like, if you love football and the nitty-gritty of football and, just historical looks at it, analytical looks at it, all those things, he's your guy. I mean, he's just a brilliant, brilliant football writer. And he's looking back at all the quote-unquote super teams, right? And there's how many teams here, including the Rams? 1, 2, 3.
Usually it's all the Patriots. It's nothing but the Patriots.
No, there's more than just the Patriots.
Right, but it's a lot of Patriots.
So there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 teams, okay? So it's this year's Rams, 21 Chiefs, Patriots, to your point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Patriots teams. 2 more Rams teams, the greatest show on turf teams. A couple of Packers teams with Brett Favre, and some of the 90s Niners teams, okay? And he basically goes through all of them and the way their seasons went and what the odds were for them to win the title going into the season and all that stuff. And he ranks them based off of that, based off who had the highest odds to win. And to your point, the Raiders. Yeah, right. The Patriots in 2017 were the team with in theory, had the best odds, right? And that was the team that actually lost to Nick Foles,
right?
In the Super Bowl. I remember watching that Super Bowl at Michelle Beadle's house.
I think I'm playing Oregon Trail online, and Carl has a broken arm.
He really is. He's playing.
So I put in Bergie, Carlo, Jorge, Sedano, and me. And I bought only 700. I think we got a problem. But Carlo's a broken arm 2 minutes in.
Wow, Carlo, that's pretty weak. You're the strongest guy
I just lost 2
of
days.
The 4 of us there.
The ox wandered off.
Go get that ox.
I'll keep you updated as we go on.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
I looked through these, Sedano. Only 2 teams out of all of them won the Super Bowl. It was the 2018 Patriots and the 1994 49ers, or 96. So that's it.
No, none of those teams won the Super Bowl.
So the 94 49ers won the Super Bowl, and then the the 2018 Patriots.
They won the Chargers, right? And then the 2018 Patriots?
They beat the Rams 13-3.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That's it. Out of all of these teams, how many teams did you say?
There's 16.
16. Only 2 won the Super Bowl.
Right. So for the Rams, the odds aren't great. You know what I mean? Like it just these things generally tend to not work out for one reason or another, and a lot of it is fluky. You know what I mean? Like because a lot of these teams, to your point, either made it to the Super Bowl or made it very deep into the playoffs, and somehow. Outside of the 2002 Rams where they missed the playoffs, there's a couple that missed, but very few of them had that. Now, I don't expect the Rams to miss the playoffs. 2008 Patriots missed the playoffs, but that was the year Brady got hurt. That was when they had Matt Castle taking over. And he still won 11 games for them. They just missed the playoffs. Strangely enough, the AFC was super competitive that year.
I just lost an ox again.
No, well, there you go. Now you're in deep doo.
So the website is OregonTrail.ws. Then you guys play it.
There you go.
I remember this game being so complicated when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was complicated.
Yeah, you gotta buy food, make sure people.
No,
don't
the
die.
graphics still like 1990.
Yeah.
Like 8-bit.
Yeah, that's still like that.
All right. Like ultimately, I look at this Rams team. I think the difference between the Rams team and some of those teams in that era is particularly like. You got to just I'm already throwing out the 90s teams because free agency didn't even become a thing until 1994. So teams were still figuring out, like, free agency as a whole in the 90s. And the Rams team, while they won, the greatest show on turf team won, I still feel like some of those teams, if you look at just kind of the way they were set up, Warner wasn't the quarterback for all of those teams. I just think there's you can nitpick things. But, yes, ultimately these super teams don't win. I just think the biggest difference is, as I look at those teams, and not, again, I'm looking at just the post-1990s teams. A lot of these teams were built outside of the draft. The Rams still have a lot of guys that they drafted on this team.
Yeah,
a lot of guys.
Most of the guys they have on this team are drafted. I mean, there's a couple here and there, but most of it is drafted guys, and they're also they're both offensively and defensively strong. Whereas I think a lot of those teams, maybe the greatest show in turf, but I don't think they counted because Trent Green was.
Well, I think DeMarco's going to be very upset if you say that the greatest show in turf did not have a good defense.
No.
Whoa,
No, I'm not saying that. I said there was a good defense, but that team isn't on the list because they weren't known as a super team right away.
By the way,
it was the teams that afterwards that lost after they had already
2002
won.
Was supposed to be a super team, and they missed the playoffs.
Right. 2001, they lost to the Patriots. That was the upset. That was the first Patriots Super Bowl.
Yep.
But look, ultimately, I just think if you're the Rams, like, history's not on your side is basically what I'm saying here. And I think that, football, because of it's a one-game scenario, it's not a series, the ball bounces in a funny way. Like, a lot of things can go wrong. So my question to you is this. What is the least amount of success they could have that is considered a success?
I mean, getting to the Super Bowl, I feel like.
So they don't have to win, in your opinion?
So in my opinion, no, because what happens in the Super Bowl is it's
right. It's one game.
Yeah, it's one game. Anything can happen. But I think you have to get to the Super Bowl. No, you disagree?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, honestly, I think the team they're probably going to see out of the AFC, I know Chris is going to hate this. It's the Bills.
Oh, please.
Good. Absolutely.
If Josh out. By the way, Sedano has a broken leg on the trail.
Oh, man. That's worse than an arm.
Look at First Take right now, talking about is Allen the quarterback that will benefit most from the new head coach.
Oh, here we go.
See, it all goes together.
And then if it doesn't happen, it'll be like, oh, see, he had a new head coach. That's why he choked again.
I will say this. It's funny. I was thinking of you the other day because I was watching, and I know we got to go to this read here in a second, but I was watching, I like to go back and watch games from last season, like good games from last year, right? Both in college and in the NFL. And I was watching a game. It was Bills hosting the Bucks. So Baker Mayfield against Josh Allen. And the Bills ended up winning. I think it was like 41-31. But on the first drive for the Bills, they're backed up in like their own end zone. Josh Allen is completely under pressure. He's got guys draped all over him. He's like breaking tackles to try to get free, but then he throws an ill-advised pass like at the 5-yard line over the middle of the field that gets intercepted. And the Bucs, they somehow hold the Bucs to a field goal. But it's that. It's like I saw that play, and it's Ian Eagle on the call with J.J. Watt, and he's like, Allen, in trouble, throws it, ill-advised, intercepted. And I was just like, oh, my God. Like, I just felt like all I could think of was Chris in that moment. Like, yep, that's him.
And here's the thing. Brett Favre was very similar, but Favre won a Super Bowl. So that's all
He did
Allen has to
win one.
do.
Right.
Allen has to win one, and then we can all say first ballot Hall of Famer. Oh, he's such a gunslinger.
You're such your knee-jerk reaction, though. It drives me insane.
I know it
Although
does.
the audience would feel more on this latter part than the front part. Less on the knee.
By the way, Puka Doncic in the YouTube chat says, I should find the Bison Schwans on the Oregon Trail. Where is the Bison Schwans? Especially for the Bills and Josh Allen.
All right, listen. On that note.
8:23. Good morning. Let's talk about this beautiful man. I hold up his picture, Jacob Emrani.
Yes, let's talk about that. But by the way, coming up next in the next segment, something that was reported about Kawhi and the Lakers years ago has resurfaced. I want to touch on that for a second. But first, listen, you know how it's driving on the freeway around LA.
Barrio keeping it real.
Sorry about that. That was my fault.
Okay. You know how it is driving on the freeway around L.A., merging onto the 10, cruising down the 710, sharing the road with massive 18-wheelers every single day. And then suddenly, in one terrifying moment, one of those trucks changes your life forever. A big rig. A big rig accident can sound like just a crash until you're dealing with spinal injuries or, God forbid, traumatic brain damage, months out of work, and a billion-dollar truck company that had their lawyers on the phone before your airbags even deflated. Okay? That's when you call Jacob Emrani. And you call him at 800-345-6789. The team at Call Jacob Accident Attorneys handles trucking and commercial vehicle cases, and they'll take the time to investigate every detail that determines who's truly responsible for what happened to you. You get a free consultation, no obligation case review, and there's no fee unless we win. So before you let a billion-dollar trucking company and their insurance team minimize what they did to you, talk to someone who knows exactly how these cases work. Call Jacob at 800-345-6789 or calljacob.com. Visit calljacob.com. That's 800-345-6789. Sparks fans, you want to sit courtside at tomorrow's Sparks game? Visit us on Instagram at call.jacob and look for a giveaway post. You and a friend can hang out courtside, courtesy of Call Jacob.
8:25 on a Monday. Sedano solo today. Cappy back tomorrow. We keep rolling 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You know, I've been in L.A. a long time, and when somebody asks me who to call after an accident, my answer is simple. Call attorney Big Al. That's my guy and my MVP for accident attorneys. Big Al's been helping people across California for over 15 years. And as an L.A. native and a huge sports fan, oh my God, can that guy go on hockey? Oh, he understands this community. If you're hurt in a car, truck, motorcycle, Uber, or Lyft accident, even if you're hit while walking or biking, you don't have to figure all this out on your own. I always tell people, call Big Al before you call the insurance company. He and his team will help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and fight for the compensation you may deserve. Big Al and his team are available 24/7. They never close. Consultations are free, and if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Just one call can make all the difference, my friend. So make sure you get this right. Call attorney Big Al right now. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al's attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Stunad.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the?
Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto.
Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Philadelphia with Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
He was his
partner.
his partner.
Right? Yeah, that's his partner.
And I'll never forget there was a scene in the movie, and if you haven't seen the movie from 1995, spoiler alert, it's Tom Hanks is a lawyer. He's suing his law firm. He has AIDS. He has full-blown AIDS. And it was a very, important movie at the time. Won a ton of awards. Hanks, I believe, won Best Actor, if I recall correctly. And Banderas, there's a scene in the hospital where he's, Tom Hanks is really, fighting for his life at this point, and it's Banderas going, "Doctor, it's not working, doctor." And I was like, "Whoa, who's that guy?" Like he was like, I was like Latino passion on the screen, and then to your point, after that, shortly thereafter, he was making a ton of movies.
He's Puss in Boots. Gazpacho.
Yeah, he is Puss in Boots. Yeah.
Puss in
Boots. Yeah.
Meanwhile, want 2 tickets to football's biggest championship game? Join Travis and Marcus this Thursday, August 13th at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa for a live broadcast and enter for a chance to join the Morongo Fantasy Football Face-Off. Draft live with Travis and Marcus. Of course, Marcus, a fantasy football guru. Beat the host weekly for prizes and be the last fan standing to win the grand prize. Powered by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times.
Oh, you know what other Banderas movie I remember? Did you remember watching Interview with a Vampire?
Oh, yeah.
He was Armand.
I don't remember that, actually.
So Armand, he was like, okay, so in Interview with a Vampire, you had, obviously Tom Cruise was the vampire Lestat. Do any of you read the books, the Anne Rice books, or no?
No.
They were good books.
Not a vampire guy.
Yeah, good books, though. Neither was I until I read the books. They were very good. So Cruise was the vampire Lestat, who was kind of like the main character, per se. But really in the movie, it was Brad Pitt's character. I forget his name in the movie, though. And Antonio Banderas is like this other vampire, right? And the issue that he was like protecting this little girl who was, what's her name? Who was in the Spider-Man movies. And she's been in a million movies.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yes, Kirsten Dunst. She's like a child in that movie. So they make her like this child vampire. And the problem is if you make a child a vampire, remember they live forever. She's a child for her whole life. Like, she doesn't grow up. Like, they stay that age. That's the whole thing about a vampire. So she, like, is annoyed that she never grows up. And eventually, Armand betrays Brad Pitt's character and then takes her, Kirsten Dunst, and they take care of her, basically. They whack her.
But to kill a vampire, don't you have to stab him through the heart?
Well, other vampires, I don't know how they kill other vampires. I don't remember because I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But I remember Brad Pitt gets very upset with Armand, and he's screaming, Armand! Armand!
You remember that movie Assassins? Stallone and Banderas? No?
I remember the movie, but I don't remember watching it.
Stallone's a hitman, and then Banderas is trying to take his job and whatnot. It's a good movie.
Oh, that was a good movie. I remember that movie.
Banderas has been in a lot of good movies, man. Like, if you really look back at his career, he's made a lot of good movies. I love Antonio.
And then recently, he's the villain in Uncharted, I believe.
Yeah, Uncharted.
Yep.
Uncharted is actually a really good video game. Well, the movie was fine, but the video game was great.
Banderas.
66.
Yeah.
No, this says 60. Well, Jorge, what's going on, man?
No, 66.
66 WNBC? I mean,
yeah.
66 WNBC.
Yeah. He was married to Melanie Griffith for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Are they divorced now?
Yeah.
Yes. 2015.
Oh, it's been a long time. Yeah. I don't pay attention, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Family Guy's done a lot of bits about her over the years.
Doesn't surprise me.
So, anywho, let's get to this Kawhi thing. So, The Athletic has gone back on the Kawhi Lakers meeting from back in the day, back in 2019, right, when he was a free agent. And they went back, I guess, on some of their reporting now because this stuff has become more prevalent now with the Kawhi situation. And it says here, during Kawhi Leonard's 2019 free agency, his camp reportedly asked the Lakers for several impermissible perks, according to The Athletic. Access to a private aircraft, a free home, guaranteed off-court earnings, and an ownership stake in the team.
And the Clippers said, sure, we'll do all of that for you.
I don't think the Clippers gave him an ownership.
Not the ownership, but they gave him the guaranteed off-court earnings.
Well, they gave him that, right? I don't know if you get a free home. I don't know. I don't think he got that either. At least not to our knowledge. I'm sure Pablo's trying to uncover that at the moment if we speak. And access to a private aircraft. I mean, that's a lot of guys get that. Like, that's not, I'm sure it's impermissible, but I mean, that's kind of hard to trace. That one is way, because it could just be, you can get a private plane for almost anybody, and it's pretty hard to track at times. In regards to who pays for it. Because here's the thing, like, other players have flown private during the season, and, to track down who actually paid for that, I mean, the player could have paid for it on the surface, but there could be a million reasons as to that's the case. Which is why, again, Chris, are you worried that this is like a spiral the NBA doesn't want to go down that Pablo has uncovered here? Because do you think that the Clippers are the only team that have done anything like this?
No. But here's the thing. There's a lot of thought that Adam Silver wanted to look the other way on the first offense because he didn't want all this smoke, and then they'd have to, if you have a full-blown lawsuit, if Ballmer sues the NBA.
Right, he's the richest owner in sports.
Now you have that. Now all of a sudden things are coming out in discovery. It's a big headache. It's why Goodell always tries to make sure that lawsuits don't happen in the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's why he'll settle and keep things quiet. Now that you have more than one, obviously there's a pattern. Now the Lakers story is coming out. So if that becomes the case, Silver has to do something now. He can't just stay quiet. And now all of a sudden, what if almost, let's say half the teams are doing something like this with their stars? Now you got a big problem.
Well, in baseball, Bergie, you may remember, right? Like the Astros were uncovered initially, but then we started to find out more teams were doing that. That almost all of them, in some level, in some way, shape, or form, were doing shenanigans.
Yeah, it was the Red Sox were doing stuff with Apple devices, and so were the Yankees. I'm sure the Dodgers did something too. They just never got caught or put out there. But a lot of teams do it, and they just until they get caught. And this is happening all over the place in baseball right now. Actually, the Red Sox are now being investigated again. Maybe not investigated, but being thought of again that they're cheating because of how they made this massive switch offensively mid-season.
Is that a thing? Really?
Yeah, that's something that's going on right now. It's not going into, it's not being investigated by Major League Baseball, but there is a lot of
people are just speculating.
It's starting to become more and more speculative. Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with this right now. The fact is that I'm really happy the Lakers denied all of these things.
No, that's great. Great. Yeah. Like Jeannie deserves a lot of credit to
Absolutely.
have the spine to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Because that had, first of all, let's just put it this way. How awkward must that have been to deal with?
Like, oh man, no, I can't do that. That's going against the rules.
By the way, here's the other thing. For all the times the Patriots and Belichick and Brady were accused of cheating in some fashion.
I mean, they definitely cheated.
But at least they won. So you got Kawhi, you did all this, and he hasn't played at all.
And you the furthest you got was the Western Conference.
That's the big issue.
Yeah. Right. You went through all these lengths for what?
He didn't even plant the tree, man.
At least if he would have planted the tree, then you'd be okay.
And they didn't do anything to the city too. Like they were trying to take over the city and be like, oh, this is a Clipper town now, and street lights over spotlights and all that kind of stuff. And it all just fell flat on its face.
It really did.
Yeah, you're just a laughingstock, and you're now even more of a laughingstock than you were before.
Well, I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy. Like, I don't think look, the reality is, and we touched on this when you weren't here the other day, Chris, is because Amin jumped on. We had Amin on for something.
Oh, Amin said we got to find out
a Shaq story.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Shaq story. We were talking about Shaq for some reason. We called him during the digital hour. And I asked him, because I had a theory on why you would do this for both sides. And the why is very simple to me, and he agreed, which is if you're the Clippers, you were this downtrodden franchise, in a lot of ways looked at, as a joke in a lot of ways. Ballmer then starts to kind of save their face a little bit. It makes them at least more attractive, right? And kind of saves the day as like the knight coming in on the white horse, right? But they're still looked at as like a less than franchise. So what did they have to lose? You know what I mean? Like, to them, it's like they were desperate to be relevant and be looked at as a premier franchise. And for Kawhi, he looks at it as, I'm Kawhi Leonard. I'm the two-time MVP, finals MVP. Like, I've got all the power in the world. I just won another championship and was a finals MVP. Yet you're the Clippers. You're going to do what I say, right? Like, he had the leverage and the power, and the Clippers were so desperate that it makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it all went down that way because it's all alleged to this point still. But if that, I could see that being a plausible scenario.
Why were they not smart enough to cover some of the tracks? Because if other teams are doing it, obviously they haven't been caught yet. And how is it so easy for Pablo? Not easy. Obviously, we know Pablo.
No, I mean, he's gone to great lengths to get this.
But you know what I'm saying? That it was easy to uncover this. It wasn't that well hidden once Pablo started digging. And obviously, Pablo's brilliant at what he did. So why did the Clippers make it so easy?
It was so sloppy. Yeah, that's the other part. It is. It's just sloppy, which is stunning.
From a billionaire, too. Like, Ballmer should be much better at all of this. If you're
but you're making it seem like Ballmer is like a Scooby-Doo villain, like that he's like concocting
he's
this
pull
whole
off
thing.
His
right?
Like,
under there. I'm sure there are other people that were heavily involved that were supposed to be heavily involved with the details of this alleged stuff, if indeed that was the case.
I mean, Ballmer very well knew what was going on, right? We can assume that.
Knowing what's going on and knowing the details are two different things.
Sure.
Right? The mob boss. And I'm not comparing him to a mob boss.
I mean, you kind of are. No.
I'm not comparing. The boss, okay, let's just take the boss of any situation, okay? Like, at ESPN, there's a million bosses, right? Do you think that the senior vice president that is that happens to be in charge of audio, who's in charge of, like, 5 other things, do you think she knows what you're doing on a day-to-day basis?
No clue.
Right. There's my point.
Yeah, it makes sense. To Chris's point, though, I mean, there has to be something involved here that's
I'm not saying that he doesn't know what was going on. I'm just saying that he doesn't know the details necessarily.
No, he's like, okay, you need to go get this done. We need to get Kawhi here.
Figure it out.
Make this
happen.
It's
like what Chris tells people around the office. Figure it out. I'm done.
So there's going to be a fall guy at the end of all this.
There's no fall people.
Fall people.
Say.
So would that go to like Lawrence Frank? Is he still the GM there?
We can speculate more on the other side. How about that?
I don't think he's still there.
He is still there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I thought he got fired a while ago or he left or something.
He just got an extension, actually.
Oh, man.
Which will lead me down this path if you let me go down it next segment.
Oh, yeah, but before we do that, let's play a flashback because you mentioned Amin. Let's take it back to 2018 on the old morning show.
A Keyshawn, George, and LZ World.
Yeah.
You know what's ironic, George? We did all these bits. He and LZ wanted to always make fun of you. And look who's left standing. Oh, did George leave us?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just shrugged for the YouTube audience.
Oh, I wasn't looking down at the screen. It's just funny. You and I are still here. And Keyshawn's calling into this show.
Right. When I'm not here.
Exactly.
And sometimes when I'm here.
Yeah, we're going to try to arrange that for the fall. We'll see. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show will continue 3 minutes from right now, Jack.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level with Pechanga's SoCal Tier Status Match Program. Bring in a rewards card from one of 21 eligible Southern California casinos for exclusive benefits. Earn more at Pechanga Resort Casino with SoCal's Best Tier Status Match. Qualified members have a chance to win $25,000 club dollars. Pechanga's limited-time tier match program ends December 31st, and match statuses remain valid through January 31st next year. Offer open to new and existing Pechanga Rewards members. Visit Pechanga Rewards for details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now.
8:47, good morning. Little soulful yacht rock. On this day in 1974, the great Roberta Flack scored her third #1 single with Feel Like Making Love, Jack. Didn't have the jacket. By the way, Sedano, the texts are blowing up. Lane Wallace, the GM of Hyundai of Glendale. We love Hyundai of Glendale. Lane, big Oregon Trail guy and a P1 of ESPN LA. He passed on, man. He loves the Oregon Trail talk.
I love it.
He didn't have a broken leg, though, on the trail yet.
Oh.
And Alicia Del Valle, LA legend. She texted and said, well, how did we forget Mambo Kings when we were talking about
Oh,
Ontario
yeah,
Banderas?
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Excellent point. By the way, I met a lady yesterday at the Sparks game. I was she works at the arena, and I was there grabbing some food for the kids, and she goes, "You're Sedano," and I said, "I am." She goes, "I know. I listen to you every morning." So thank you to that lovely lady who says she listens every day.
Oh, beautiful, man. Meanwhile, the 8 o'clock hour is sponsored by Fix My DUI. Life can change in a moment. Even good people make mistakes. Did you know what you do in the first 10 days after a DUI accident can impact your driving privileges? Not an accident, excuse me, but just a DUI. That's why it's important to act now. Angelica and the team at Fix My DUI are here to answer any questions about your DUI, DMV hearing, driver's license, or SR22 insurance requirements. Call today for a free consultation at 888-607-7077 or visit fixmydui.org. The Rich Eisen Show coming up terrestrially at 9 a.m. on 710 in the app. We will continue our digital hour on the app and on YouTube, Sean.
Yeah, and, for those that don't realize that's the case, because, for example, when I met Aaron in Irvine out on the streets of New York City, and he stopped me to tell me how much he loves the show, he's like, yeah, what happens, on the app? I listened, I got to switch to YouTube. I'm like, no. If you go to the app, there's a Sedano and Kap tile, and you can just stay with us on the app if that's easier for you.
Exactly right.
So, I think we should do that. There should be more of a promo. By the way, I did like the flashback, Chris. I feel like we should have done that all summer.
Yeah, I got to dig through the archives a lot. So we were kind of tied up with the summer schwans. But, our 1-year anniversary of this show is coming up. So I think you remember when we did the 1-year anniversary.
This version of
this
show.
version.
Yeah.
But we could dig through some old stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
like we used to call Cappy the legend.
I just said meanwhile again for some reason. But let me remind you of this. It's time for the morning wood, the hardwood, thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Summer's here. Before your next barbecue or family gathering, upgrade those old floors with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom next to the Commerce Casino. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, no games, no gimmicks. No sale beats wholesale.
Before I finish the Kawhi conversation that you asked me about, has anyone done a wellness check on Steven and Carlos with the Dodgers losing, 8 of the 9 or whatever?
They've been quiet. I will say, usually Steven is texting a lot, and he hasn't texted in a couple of weeks.
I just want to know they're okay.
We might have to. I'll check in with Steven. Maybe he'll come on the show tomorrow. Tell us what's going on.
It's not. You talk about two of the biggest Dodger fans I know. No offense, Bergie.
Oh, that's fine. They're at every game.
They are. That's why I'm saying. I want to do a little wellness check on them. Making sure we're okay. Steven and Carlos, the crazy Hernandez brothers. Dodgers are.
It's been a frustrating watch, George.
Man.
It's been frustrating. I know they'll be fine, but at the same time, it's just
no. I know, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Listen. They needed a miracle to win the World Series last year.
They needed a miracle to win on Saturday.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't know they'll be fine.
No, I don't. And I hope that they will, and I trust that they will, but this has been a rough
You can
stretch,
trust that
man.
they will, but you don't know.
Offensively, defensively, throwing balls away, running the bases poorly. It's all over the place.
Yeah. It's August baseball, man.
Yes, it is.
It's hot as hell outside, by the way.
So hot.
And muggy. The humidity is the
humid.
problem.
Yeah, so humid.
When you're in Palm Springs and it's 120, at least it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
This humidity, when we were playing golf, I played Friday and Saturday, and the back nine of black gold is right in the sun usually. And then you get to 16, 17, 18, and then it gets real muggy and you're sticky and there's moisture everywhere. You're moist everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough.
You need some of those dude wipes.
And then I'm asking Sue to spit on me. It's a whole thing.
Whoa!
Couldn't wait 9 minutes.
If you love having fresh wild meat in your mouth, shop Wild for it.
Hey, so anyway, real quick. You asked me about fall guys or fall people.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think, if I had to guess, and I don't know anything, zero about what the hell's going to happen. But if I had to guess, if they find what we think they're going to find based on just Pablo's findings, right? Like this is going to be bad. Like it's going to be a ridiculous amount of money probably fined. There's going to be draft picks taken away. There's probably going to be people suspended and banned and fired and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Should they do what Stephen A. was saying they should do? Like Stephen A. was saying that they should void Kawhi's contract, ban Kawhi from playing next season.
Do we have the audio of Stephen A.?
Yeah, do you have it, Corey? Go ahead.
Bottom line is this. If you're the NBA, you vaporize the contract of Kawhi Leonard. And in the same breath, not only do you do that, but you suspend him. You suspend him and you don't allow him to play for the next year. You confiscate draft picks from the Clippers, but you also suspend Steve Ballmer from appearing at games. I can't imagine Adam Silver going that far, but this may call for that because you know what everybody's going to think. If this stuff is true, people are going to say Kawhi Leonard this is who it happened for. There's no way this has happened for a bevy of players around the NBA. You know that's what's next. You know that, right, Pablo?
The integrity of the league is at stake. And I don't say that lightly, but that's the point that you're raising, that there's a credibility question that shadows every other deal that doesn't quite make sense.
He's not wrong. I mean, we've touched on it already. It will be something that people are going to think, okay, they can't be the only ones. And then you're really opening up a Pandora's box, potentially. And by the way, then you'll see that in other sports, people will start looking into this because it really only matters in the salary cap sports. When you're uncapped, it doesn't matter. Right? Like, but that's where baseball has a different deal at the moment.
Now, let me ask you something, because other than he did New Balance for a second, Kawhi, and maybe he still does, I think. I don't know.
I think he's still a New Balance guy.
You don't see Kawhi because he's not Mr. Personality, as we know. Right. He doesn't have a lot of endorsements. For other players, they know they're going to make so much money on endorsements that they know they don't necessarily have to circumvent the salary cap, right?
Right.
Don't you believe that part of the Kawhi thing is not only the Clippers being idiots, but also they needed to do this because Kawhi isn't bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars over his career in endorsements.
Sure. I mean, that's what his team allegedly probably felt. Right. Like, his uncle Dennis Robertson allegedly, whatever like that. That's how they were trying to get covered. Now, the thing about suspending Kawhi, Kawhi, because he never says anything, he could just say, I don't know, my uncle was just acting rogue. He's crazy. I don't know. I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Well, right. That's going to be the easy out. Yeah. Uncle Dennis can't do criminal time, could he?
No.
Because I don't know if Uncle Dennis would make it in jail.
This has nothing to do with. There's no criminal.
Well, I'm just trying to do a bit here.
Yeah.
Bergie's not really helping me back there.
No.
He's reading about the Dodgers.
No, I'm not reading about the Dodgers. I was going to say he's going to be taking someone's back pocket.
All right, Bergie.
See, it didn't work.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't say
That's
anything.
okay.
That's why I didn't say
tell you
anything.
this.
I kept my mouth shut.
I have a massive question to ask to start the YouTube out. A massive question. Because I feel like you want to talk about compromised. We're going to talk compromised here in just a moment. And these clowns have no idea what I'm going to ask them in the next segment. But I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune in. So stay on the YouTube chat if you're there. Join the Minions if you haven't. Or make sure you listen on the Sedano and Kap tile on the ESPN LA app.
Were we the clowns you're referencing there?
Yes.
Oh, I'm already clinched. 8:56. Good morning. Need more Lakers talking to live. The Ball Nowhere Extreme duo of Trudell and Geeter are back tonight, 6 p.m. on 7:10 a.m. in the ESPN LA app. How do the Lakers still not have resolution on their wing depth? I know you want to know the answer. 6 p.m. Lakers talk tonight with Geeter and Trudell.
ESPN LA.
We'll find out what Sedano has in store for us next.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid...
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Plug-in Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 8th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
National Tell a Joke Day is coming up. I got one. Why did Rick cross the 10 freeway? To get to Morongo. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're the Fantasy Football HQ for draft parties. Book your draft party today.
Number 2.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback. Earn entries now, and you could drive off a winner the 31st.
And the number 1 reason.
Good times.
Morongo. Good times.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
So
take that, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, because he's real. I don't understand how that even. And his response was, "Oh yeah, I was listening to a podcast, and they made some really good points."
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
See, that's always a bad start. I was listening to a podcast. Let me tell you something. As someone who has been a champion of the audio media for, 20 plus years.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
I feel like podcasting is now going down the route of social media where it's the greatest and worst invention of all time.
Yeah, some people should not have a microphone. You should have a license. Some people
seriously. Some people should need to cross both broken glass and hot coal barefoot to get to the microphone and then potentially be allowed to get to the microphone.
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan, the Sedano and Kap morning show.
It's baseball.
Oh, your favorite saying.
Yeah. By the way, you don't hear yourself now, do you?
Now I only hear myself through one ear.
But we're not sending any audio.
It doesn't matter. That's fine. One ear is better than echoing. I'll take it. It's fine. I'll take it. It's all good.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
And every time they took a lead and they lose that lead, they just threw up their hands. Was like, that's it. We're just not even going to give it a try anymore.
Whoa, Bergie!
I didn't
Holy moly!
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Внимание!
With
bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
Right now.
monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, Mom Girls, stay tuned.
yeah.
Oh, yes. Good morning. 9:02 and 40 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on a Monday, the 10th of August, 2026. Today, just Sedano and his crew, his wacky crew. Kap will be back tomorrow from his vacation. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. But today, the Sedano Solo Morning Show. By the way, before Sedano gets to us, and I know he's got something in store, he teased it for his, what do you call us, clowns?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
better than the other words.
Some of the stuff this morning is just like, I have bitten my tongue all morning.
Well, you didn't
for 2
like when
hours.
I did the Oregon Trail stuff?
No, it's fine. I've bitten my tongue for 2 hours, and I'm ready to unleash here in the YouTube hour, especially just for this particular audience.
All right. By the way, I want to say happy birthday. Today is his birthday. He passed away recently. Cappy, of course, talked about the great Billy Ray Smith Jr. Today, Cappy is in South for a memorial and a birthday celebration in remembrance for Billy Ray, the big old rascal that Cappy did Scott and BR for many years here in the Southland on 1090, and then before that 690, before really 710 was prominent, and before we had local LA sports. San Diego, the blowtorch, 1090 and 690 was what the Southland had for local sports radio. So best of luck today and warm wishes and positivity for Cappy. He'll be back with us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
No question about it.
All right, Sedano, we're ready.
Now, this is not an indictment on Cappy by any stretch of the imagination, especially because, we've talked about this for weeks now. Cappy has been dealing with some stuff, understandably so, because of the passing of Billy Ray Smith. But this morning, I get up, 6:30, get into my office here in the house, and I look at my phone. I realize there's a text from Chris at 6:21. It says there's no other host today. And all I'm saying is, how does something like that fall through the cracks? Not because of anything other than I just would have prepared differently. I would have prepared last night in a way that would have had me ready to go as soon as I sat in this chair. I would have, because here's the thing. When Cappy's here, generally speaking, there's a different flow to the show, right? I have thoughts. I ask him, hey, what do you think of this? He certainly has thoughts. We go back and forth. We ping pong. And before you know it, it's 20 minutes has gone by. And Chris is mad because we're going over the break. And now
you didn't say the second part of the text, which was I was offering, do you want to just rack a best of?
No.
And you declined me.
Oh, hold on. Let me finish what I was going to say. And then we ping pong back and forth. Chris gets mad because we got to do 67 live reads before the end of the hour and, whatever. And hijinks ensue. But that's the charm and beauty of the show, I would say. If you're listening in that, last quarter hour, you may only get 3 minutes sometimes. That's just how it works. But you know what? You got it on the front end. We probably went to like 49 or 50 at that point. But anyway, there's that, right? And then if I know I'm doing the show with one of the guest hosts like Beto or Trudell or Geeter, I'll tailor make it to kind of what I think their strengths are, right? And just kind of go that route, right? And we can have a similar vibe, albeit not exactly the same vibe Cappy and I have, because Cappy and I have known each other for 25 years. So it's a little different, but still fun, right? And of course the crew, Briones and Bergie and Chris and whoever else is in there, can participate and hijinks ensue again. Now today, to your point, I wake up to this and it's like, already I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. So how does that fall through the cracks? Like, I don't care. I'm totally fine doing the show, but I would have prepared where I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure I get this with Chris and I get this with Berg and I get this in and that in. And it's not flying by the seat of my pants per se, because usually something like that, we'd have some heads up the day before, which allows me to do the proper preparation, which allows us to put the best possible show together for the audience, which is really what this is all about. It's less about me. It's more about I just want to make sure we're producing. I want the audience to know when I get upset about stuff around here, and I'm not upset today, I'm just kind of annoyed. When I get upset, it's really because I'm upset for you. I'm upset because I want to put the best product out there for you. It's not about my vanity by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to make sure we're doing right by you because you're loyal enough to listen to this show on every given day, or as many times as you humanly can, and we appreciate that. But we want to make sure that we're putting out the best product possible. And I don't feel like we put our best foot forward today because we were just not put in a position to succeed. So because of that, I feel like we could have, a little arbitration here. It doesn't have to be a trial of the century. But how did something like this fall through the cracks when, we didn't know that someone else would be in here today?
Well, you're going to put it on somebody who's ultimately not here to defend themselves. Because the way we do it is the producers of the show book fill-ins. Now, obviously, with this show, because Bergie and I are
but wait, was Lindsay around? Lindsay was around when this happened?
Well, she didn't book a fill-in before her vacation, and we didn't on Bergie and we didn't catch it.
Okay, well, wait.
I
have questions. I have questions.
Right, go ahead.
Okay, so when Cappy asked for today off, because I would imagine he was back. Initially he was going to be back from vacation today, right?
No, he was always off for this Monday.
Oh, he was always off.
He was always off.
Yeah.
This Monday. This wasn't an added thing that he asked for. No.
Oh, okay. So that certainly clears up some stuff. So he always had this day off. So it is Lindsay's fault, is what you're saying.
It's all of our fault.
No, it's my fault because I didn't look.
No, Bergie, don't.
No.
It's all of our faults.
I'm fine taking.
I'll take a little bit of Sedano's, stabbing. The kid's he's playing Cap and stabbing right now. Let him stab me.
No. I don't think I'm doing anything other than asking we should be putting our best foot forward every day. And again, all I need is you tell me last night, hey, there's no co-host. I'm preparing differently.
Trust me, if we would have known that, we would have prepared
But
differently.
again, isn't that your guys' job is my point?
Yes, that's why I'm ultimately taking this one, Morales, because I am the one that is in charge of Lindsay. I'm in charge of the schedule if she's not around. So I did not look at it last week. If I would have seen it on Friday, I would have gotten a fill-in.
So you were already in Oahu is what you're telling me.
Yeah, apparently. If I would have saw it yesterday, if I would have looked at the schedule for yesterday, I would have said, oh, shoot, we don't have anybody. Let me see if Beto's available.
No, it didn't even matter if anyone was available. Again, for me, I don't care.
Or told you about it. How about
that? I just need to know so I can have the proper level of preparation for the proper presentation for the audience.
So is this why when I said, you want to just rack a best of, you didn't want to because you wanted to come at me and Bergie?
Well, you said not to do the YouTube hour, right?
That was the second time.
Well, that was the second text.
Yeah, and you.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to. I was certainly not going to rack a best of. No, I actually outside of the holidays, to me, the best ofs are not really an option for me.
No, I tried to also get you out of the YouTube hour because let's be honest, sometimes you want to do that anyway. And I thought this was an easy, hey.
Well, if I'm getting out of the YouTube hour, it's 9 times out of 10, it's because I have somewhere else to be, mostly an airport. But I would say, no, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that.
All right.
We're committed to the show. We're committed to the audience as much as humanly possible.
See, I thought this was going to be much harder on Bergie and I got to be honest. Because at times you've taken swipes at me JT the Brick's right. You can't do this, nor do I want to necessarily at this point in my career. I thought that's what it was going to be about, Bergie. See, you guys have your big moment to co-host the show with me, and you got nothing. That's what I thought this was going to be.
I thought the interactions were not terrible. It wasn't the most
horrible.
Amazing thing in the world.
It just was. It was just on the fly.
Right.
So if there's a level of preparation, it allows us to then curate the show in a more meaningful way, impactful way. It just, and look, there are things that are going to happen on the fly, but there is a level of preparation that goes into this, even if it's just a minimal level of preparation, allows the show to flow a lot better than it did today.
And here's what I will say, because I always look ahead to the schedule, and that's not a knock on Bergie. I just do it from an imaging standpoint of what I need to work on, and I make a list the day before of things that I'll have to work on. For instance, Bergie's been bothering me for a while to change the Lakers talk open. So the last few weeks I haven't had to because it's only been one or the other. Geeter or Trudell. I was like, okay, today I need to do that. So I put that on my checklist. I saw this morning it said TBD. I honestly thought to myself, when I looked at it yesterday, we just made a clerical error. I know it's Beto because, of course, it's Beto. So that's on me for not saying anything, too. Whereas I didn't send like a red alert to Bergie yesterday because him and I spoke on Saturday night because there was a technical issue. So I was like,
So wait, pause for a second.
Yeah.
How does the red alert sound, Bergie?
Well, no, I'll just call him or I'll text him like, hey.
No, I know, but how does that go?
Actually,
I'd like to hear what his view of what a red alert from you sounds like when a red alert does transpire.
I have had a lot of red alerts in the past that have been very panicked and frustrated and annoyed. This one was not. It was just a, hey, do you remember when a couple months ago this happened with the system? Do you remember how we fixed it? No, I tried to think about it. We didn't figure it out. Okay, we'll figure it out on Monday. And that was it. It was very calm.
We had an issue during LAFC. And
Yeah.
see, if we have an issue during LAFC, then we'll hear about it from Mario.
During LAFC?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Hey, guys, I know I don't call you for anything else, but LAFC.
So it was a very calm red alert, I would say.
Oh, what does the normal red alert sound like? What does the panic?
Well, we have
sound like?
stages, just like DEF
Right.
CON. There's like red alert, we got a problem. Or there's like, hey, listen, it's sort of a problem. It's kind of like in the movie Departed, when Frenchie said, that's a guy you sort of can hit, and there's a guy you can't hit. It's a guy you sort of can't hit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I would have said to Bergie, hey, I see TBD on the schedule tomorrow. Do we have Beto or nobody? I probably should have done that yesterday. I didn't. I was like, we spent all Saturday together on the golf course with Sue and Tommy. Then I called him Saturday night, bothered him. And then I went, I'm sure it's Beto. I thought to myself, I'm sure it's Beto.
Yeah.
And then I came in at 6 o'clock and I sat down with Jorge and I go, oh my God, there's only TBD on the road. Why is it TBD? What is happening here?
And again, TBD is fine if I just know last night, hey, ain't nobody coming in.
I really thought there was going to be much more anger throughout these 2 hours, and it's actually not been that way. So I'm pleased about that.
And see, I was trying to avoid the anger and get ahead of it. That's why I texted you at 6:20, hey, do you just want a best of? We don't have a co-host. And you said, no, we'll just do it. I said, all right. And then I texted you again during the show, hey, you want out of the YouTube hour, the digital hour? And you said no, and I was like, oh, boy.
Right. I thought TBD stands for Tell Beto Duran. And nobody did.
I bet you Beto would have been available, too. He was in the YouTube chat. I just didn't want to text him at like 6:15 and say, hey, you got 45 minutes. Can you get here? It didn't seem right.
No, it just would have been easier if you just would have told me. If you guys just would have, when Chris, you noticed yesterday, if you just would have been like, send out the alarms like, hey, no, there's TBD on the thing on the schedule. And again, if Beto couldn't have made it because he had something or whatever, it would have been totally fine. Like I just would have been, my level of preparation would have been different because I think that, first of all, I thought Cappy was coming back today. So, I had no idea that it was going to be another fill-in host today.
If I would have done it in the group chat yesterday, then Lindsay would have been like, oh, my, it bothers her on vacation. There'd been a whole thing. And it would have, I just figured it was already done.
Yeah, but you could have done it on one of the side chats.
I could have, but then
because here's the thing, audience, there's side chats.
There's a lot of side chats, but I just didn't feel like it.
You and Greg and I side chatted this weekend.
I got to be honest, I just didn't feel like it. I was resting yesterday. My body was sore from back-to-back days of golf.
I mean, that sounds like a you problem.
I got a blown-up calf. And
I mean, listen, the calf is the second heart. They say.
And then yes, exactly. And then let me switch into this. So I got to deal with this airline issue, and let me pull back the curtain even more for the YouTube audience.
Wait, Greg wants to know why the calf is the second heart.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Go ahead, sit down.
Well, I mean, because the blood flows in your body, it pools down. So in essence, the calf becomes like the second heart. It's where we talked to Dr. Clapper the other day. Blood clots in your calf are the most common, and that's why they call it the second heart, because if your calf is not in good health, that is it's a big problem for you.
Interesting. Does that have anything to do when you get like those Charlie horses in the middle of the night? Is that because?
Well, those are cramps. A little different. That's more hydration.
Okay.
But
gotta drink the water.
Not completely. Not basically what they're telling you is you got to make sure your calves are good. Like stand, don't sit, don't be sedentary, right? Because you don't want the blood to be pooling at the bottom, right? Because that's how the clotting begins.
Why is
clotting in your calves and in your lower extremities are where they're most common.
Why is the YouTube chat so mad about this? We do the Summer of Schwans, and they love it, and we're talking about some stuff behind the curtains. Somebody's writing the most boring show. Blah, blah, like, what? Guys, what are you doing?
Okay, first of all, I don't do the show for them. I don't care. So I do the show for the general audience that happens to be they happen to be a part of. If they don't like it, that's fine. I'm letting you. To your Chris's point, we're letting you behind the curtain, and I feel like most P1 listeners love this kind of stuff, right? If you don't, cool, go to hell. So anyhow, back to what we were saying. So the calf is the heart of the lower extremity. But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
So here's
about?
the thing.
Yeah.
So we've got this trip, Tommy and I, to Cleveland to hang out at Sam Pines' compound, play golf at his country club, whatever. I booked the tickets, Sedano class, on Priceline. I know everyone's going to say, why'd you use Priceline? I don't know, because it's easier, and I did it.
I've used Priceline like 20 years.
Okay, everybody stop. We already know. I didn't book the insurance because I went, well, there's no way Sam Pines is canceling this trip. He's been talking about it for a year. So I book it. What happens last week? Sam Pines says, hey, guys, we might have to move it. I go, all right. He's like, well, it's United. First class, you can just call them. I go, well, there's this Priceline thing. And he's like, oh, well, it still should be fine. So yesterday I spent a lot of time on Priceline chat and it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So, Dal, today I got to call United.
Yeah, third party. Once you go third party, you're out of gas.
So what do you mean? I think I'm going to be out the money?
I mean, you might.
And then I got to book 2 tickets again for September 1st or whatever? Yeah. Really? There's no easy way out?
I haven't booked on a third party app in a long, long time because there's a lot of issues if you don't read the fine print. You're better off always going directly through the airline.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I didn't this time.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've had a rough weekend.
So you're saying that nobody's going to refund me this money? I don't even want a refund. I just want to move the tickets.
I don't know. I haven't dealt with a third party situation like that in 2 decades.
And then the guy who could also help me is in Scotland playing golf, Windy. I might have to call the Windy hotline. Call him in Scotland. Hey, Windy, get off the golf course. I got a problem, Jack.
I need your Columbo expertise.
Yeah.
All right. You want to ask ChatGPT?
I've done that, but go ahead. You might ask it better than I do.
Let's see what kind of prompts I get here.
It's going to tell me to call the airline. It's going to do a whole thing. Then what happens is when you call Priceline, they're like, you got to call the airline. Then you call the airline, and they're like, well, you got to call the third party. And I'm like, all right.
I don't know what to tell you. You might be out of gas.
Yeah, $3,500.
How much was the insurance? Like $13?
No. The insurance is a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
yes. Now we know it's worth it.
Well, or just buy it through United.
Well, now moving forward, I will.
It's just a lot easier.
And I say $3,500 because Tommy hasn't given me his half. I just bought both our tickets at the same time because I said, just pay me when you can.
Yeah.
Have Sam Pines pay the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen. I mean, we love Sammy
They got
P.
money. They can't expense that?
Yeah.
He's got
Take
tons
it as
of
a loss.
Yeah, no, he squeezes that quarter till the eagle screams. You think Travis is bad? Oh, my God. I'm shocked Sam didn't have his walk to Cleveland.
Take an ox, like the trail.
Take an Oregon Trail.
How you doing on Oregon Trail, by the way?
It froze up, so I had to restart it.
No one had dysentery?
Not yet. Oh, he's typing away, Sedano.
Oh, yeah, going deep into that chat GPT.
Are you typing the dictionary?
That's a good drop.
Let's see what chat GPT says here.
All right.
Because you bought a ticket through Priceline, I would generally start with Priceline, not the airline. Why? Priceline is the travel agent merchant record for many Priceline bookings. The airline may see the reservation, but changes often have to be processed through the agency that issued the ticket. Go to Priceline, go to My Trips, pull up your reservation, select Change Cancel Flight, see what change options and fees Priceline gives you. Before confirming anything, look at the total cost of the change, including airline change fee, if any, difference in fare, Priceline service agency fee, if applicable. But there's an important exception. If your flight is within 24 hours or you already are at the airport, I'd contact the airline directly.
So I got to wait till 24 hours?
No, try to get through Priceline. What did
By
they
the way, Scott Kaplan's in the YouTube chat? This guy, we're swimming here with Sedano.
Wait, isn't he supposed to be at like a funeral?
Sedano's
or a memorial?
beating the heck out of us this hour. And Cappy's just in the YouTube chat like, yo, what's going on, everybody?
He always said he wasn't out of pocket.
Wait, but you're supposed to be at a memorial for your friend who died.
Well, I don't think it started yet this morning. Probably this afternoon. Because, everybody's got to get hammered at these things.
They do?
Well, it's a tax write-off for GFS, Great Friend Stables. By the way, Cappy, you better bring me that hat. Bless you.
I mean, that would be very Cappy to write off his friend's funeral memorial.
You better bring me that GFS hat tomorrow, Cappy. Okay, so I'll call Priceline again.
Yeah, you got to go to Priceline, bro. Don't call. Just go online.
No, get on a phone with somebody that can actually help you. Those chats are like...
Good luck with that.
You're not talking to an actual person. You're talking to a bot that's just giving
you... Right. I mean, you could try to get
you?
to a person, but it's going to take you an hour.
Oh, Bergie, somebody says no tile on the ESPN LA app.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I mean, it's a rough day for you.
That's when Sam Pines will get you. If those tiles ain't up. Oh, well,
right
maybe
here.
he's talking about like the
No, I
regular.
see a tile. Yeah.
Okay, he's probably talking about the regular ESPN app. That we don't control.
No, ESPN LA.
Yeah. No, I do my job.
Yeah, Miguel
most
Medina.
Of the time.
Miguel Medina.
Anyway,
I even put up the Golix and I took down the Golix. How about that?
Anyway, all right. Well, that's it, Chris. Just call Priceline, dude.
All right. You want to wrap up the YouTube hour? Or you want to keep going?
No, we keep going.
Well, you already took it out on us. I figured that was the whole point.
No, we're doing the show.
All right.
Jack. That's how this works.
Well, wait,
Anyway.
Cappy, if you're in the YouTube chat, can't you just connect on Comrex?
No, you're not allowed to come on if you're on the YouTube chat.
Oh, boy.
Just be in the YouTube chat with the minions, all right? Bergman, speaking of Cappy, when he does come back, we have we locked in our trip to the UCLA training camp?
So, yes, let me find the day that we're going to go on the 18th. So, what we will be skipping the
YouTube that day.
Yeah, on the 18th.
To get to Westwood.
Yes,
right.
to get to Westwood. It will be me, you, and Cappy. Yes, I'm going to go also. We're going to UCLA. I'm going. So it'll be the three of us. We're going to go over to UCLA. We're going to be all set. They're going to figure out what we need to know ahead of time, but you're going to get a chance to talk with the Ches, hang out a little bit. And
Wait,
then,
the Ches? Is that what you guys are calling him? The
no,
Ches?
No, I thought that was you guys. No, maybe it was Mason that was calling him the Ches. But Bob Chesney, you'll be able to speak with Bob Chesney, hang out, watch practice.
I'll text him before we go. I just want to make sure the day. I'll let him know.
18th. 18th is the day we're going to, Tuesday.
Okay.
And then I'm gone the day after.
Oh, so you're not leaving Hawaii tomorrow?
No. I'm leaving on the 19th.
Oh. So you just have like senioritis is what you have?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
It was a long week. And I just,
Hey, YouTube, by the way, check out my noggin. Got no hat on this segment. See?
Oh, yeah? Why?
I don't like when you take off the hat. Makes me nervous.
Your head just itch?
Hey, real quick, this just kind of broke here. So college sports, I'm sure we all know that there's a lot of things going on with college sports, including that Protect College Sports Act that apparently didn't go through Congress. But more importantly, because I feel like there's way too much minutia for you guys on that, the basics on that are very simple. It's like they want to keep kids in any sport to only 5 years, no extra medical red shirts, things of that nature. The only exceptions are for the ladies if pregnancy or military service for either men or women. But that's been tabled at least until the Senate comes back, because why would you want to get the government involved? Because it's never going to happen in a quick fashion. So the thing that's out there today that I think is fascinating, and I'd love to get kind of people's thoughts on this, is I'm sure you've heard the Big Ten, and not just the Big Ten, but the Big Ten originally wanted 24 teams in the playoffs. We currently have 12, okay, in the college football playoff. Their theory on this, and I got a chance to listen to Tony Petitti when we were doing our college football seminar on last week with our ESPN crew. He joined us. All the four commissioners joined us at different times. And his push for 24 was kind of, surprising. And I found it, I found myself being more interested in it than maybe I was initially. Greg, if I told you there was a 24-team playoff, what would be the biggest drawback in your opinion? Like, what would be the biggest thing that you would worry about for college football if there were a 24-team playoff?
The fact that the regular season probably really means nothing.
Okay, so he combated that by saying this. He actually said you'd be wrong, that there'd be more interest, particularly in the games in November, because in essence, those conference games in a lot of cases would be play-in games.
Well, kind of. I mean, you're going to get – so at the end of the day, I would think that there would be basically 10 teams from the SEC and 10 teams from the Big Ten, and then just a couple on the other ones. Four teams from
that's
all around.
generally not how it's going to work.
I know. It will be not 10.
I mean, if you look at
the
the top 24 in the last couple of years, there's been it's more skewed towards the Big Ten and the SEC. But there's plenty of opportunities for the ACC and the Big 12 and the Group of Five to get in there.
So you might get a couple more in there, but if the way the SEC goes about it, they look at it like we should have all of our teams in there. They think they should have, they have 16 teams? All of them should be in there. But it is very heavily skewed towards them, and I think it's still going to stay that way because a 4-loss team is going to get in. Like USC, let's say they lose 4 games on a 24 teams, they'll get in because they're in the Big Ten and have a tougher schedule. That's just I don't know. It seems
right,
like
but
it
shouldn't
takes away.
they? Shouldn't they? Is my question?
No, I think there should be other teams that should go in there.
Like who?
So, like you've seen teams like SMU when they were playing really well, and the two.
Yeah, but SMU is in a power conference.
Yeah,
like
so they're in the Big 12.
No, they're in the ACC.
Oh, God, they move around all the time. I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of teams like the Tulanes that have those great years where they go undefeated, or like sometimes South Florida is really good.
Right, but those teams will still have a path to get in the playoff. The G5 is always going to have a representative.
No, of course. But do you think that if there was 8 teams each in the SEC and Big Ten, that is good?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be 8. We don't know that. So the way I would say it is this. Like I didn't think of it the way he explained it, where it was like, yeah, in November, if USC and Iowa are playing and basically it's winner goes in and losers out, more people are going to be interested in watching that game.
Sure. I feel like, though, I don't know, maybe this is just an old school thought of mine, but when you lose a game or 2 games, you're like, oh, man, we're done. It's over. And that's part of the intrigue of all of it, that you have to win every single game. You can only lose 1 or 2, and if you do lose, it's only by a couple. Like that part of it, because you're getting the best of every single team.
So, do you know how many FBS teams there are? Division I teams there are?
So, isn't it like 100 and some?
136.
Yeah.
And the Big Ten's case is, if you look at professional sports, and this is where we're trending, in the NFL, how many teams get in? 14 to 32, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And if you look at, so that's nearly 50%, right? It's like 40-something percent.
Yeah, just under.
In this case, you're still looking at under 20% of the teams making the playoff. And the games in November will mean more.
For some teams, yes.
For a lot of teams. Because what you're saying is, if there's 24 teams in the playoff, now you're looking at teams 25 through 32, 34, 35 that have maybe a shot based on tiebreakers and things of that nature.
I mean, you're going to get more upsets, and you're going to get things.
Now, remember, Tony Petitti, I don't know if you know his history, the commissioner of the Big Ten.
Like Kap used to say, tell me.
You should, because he was an executive in Major League Baseball prior to being the Big Ten commissioner. And prior to that, he was a television executive at both CBS and ABC. But he was at Major League Baseball when they expanded their playoffs. And he was a big proponent of that.
Yeah,
and you felt like, I'm sure you didn't love it at first, right? But it worked out pretty well, right?
No, I still don't really like it all that much.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like the wild card being 3 games back to back to back to back.
Well, he was not there for that. He was the original 1-game wild card.
So I'm okay with the 1-game wild card to expand it just a little bit, but I think it's 1 game done. That's it, because it's just too many games. I don't really like that portion of it. I like everything Major League Baseball has done. I don't like that.
Okay, but he didn't do that. He did the 1-game wild card.
Yeah, sure, that's good.
But that's my point, is that all of a sudden, games started mattering for more teams in September. And what he's saying is, I've seen the proof is in the pudding, right? Like, the concept is there for you.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing it in November, and it's football.
Yeah, I think that portion of it will help. I don't think it's going to be. They're going to eventually add crazy amounts of teams. It's going to go to 24, and then it'll go to 48 or whatever happens.
No, it will never go past 24.
You don't think so?
No,
I think they're going to try and expand as much as possible.
No, I don't think so because the season is too. You can't have the season go any longer than that.
No, like in college basketball, I know it's a longer season, but in college basketball, I thought it was never going to go more than 64.
But the physical toll is different.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Bodies are battered playing football. Like you can't really go past that number.
What also is something that I would think of that is if you have 24 teams, you're going to really start getting down to which team does. And there's going to be way more teams that get snubbed where they should absolutely be in. Other teams are not. You're getting.
Oh, see, I disagree. I think when there's less teams, there's teams. I mean, look at Notre Dame and the ruckus they caused this past season.
Notre Dame
and
doesn't
look at
play
Florida
anybody.
State. When Florida State, when it was 4-team, was different. But Notre Dame caused a ruckus, right? Alabama, was causing a ruckus. I mean, you're going to have less of that. There's always going to be a complaint about something, but there was definitely a much bigger uproar when you have 12.
Look, the first time there's a 5-loss SEC team that gets in over a 2-loss, Power 5 or not Power, was it the Group 5 team? People are going to be up in arms about all those things. Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't think a 5. I mean, listen, a 5-loss.
It's going to happen eventually. Like if Alabama goes 7-5, but they beat Georgia and they beat.
I don't know
Oklahoma.
if I see that because a 7-5. Let me look. I'll look at the SEC standings from last year. SEC standings 2025. Okay, so let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Top 7 teams were double-digit wins overall in the SEC.
Yeah, there's 8.
You're not getting more than 7 teams in, like in a 24-team playoff. Because let's just say, for argument's sake, there's 14 between the SEC, and then there's 10 teams between the ACC, the Big 12, and the Group of 5. And don't forget Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame, who plays absolutely nobody.
Well, I don't know about that, but Notre Dame is guaranteed at the moment, if they're in the top 12, they're in. So let's just say, for argument's sake, they are in, right?
Right.
So that's 15. So that then leaves 9 spots for the Group of 5. Let's say the Group of 5 gets 1, but this will allow them to get more than 1 potentially. So let's just say they get 2, okay? Then all of a sudden you're at 17, right? So you got 7 teams between the ACC and the Big 12. And let's just make an argument that it's 8 because the Group of 5 only gets 1. If you look at the ACC, 1, 2, 3, 4, their top 4 were all 9. They had 9-win teams. Yeah, that's a 9-win team there too. So like you're not, and the same thing for the Big 12. So it's really not. Listen, I was adamantly against 24. Okay. But then I listened to him. And I feel like that's kind of our problem in society today is that, and I'm not saying I've come all the way to 24 and I'm like, yes, let's do it, stamp it. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, I didn't think of it that way. I feel like people get entrenched in their positions and don't just listen.
No.
And just be like, all right, let me hear your argument for it.
I understand that, and I think there is a argument for it. I think 12 is the perfect amount of teams.
Yeah, see, I don't. I think that 16 is probably better if I had
16,
to.
I'll give you 16. 16 totally. I think 24 just feels like too many teams and all this, and it devalues a lot of what's going on.
So you're getting me
12 to 16.
You're getting me exactly where I want to go. Okay? So today, allegedly, according to Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports, the College Football Playoff Committee and the leagues and the networks are going to meet today. Okay? And ESPN is presenting a version of this, okay? That is 16, because the SEC wants 16, the Big 10 wants 24, and the ACC and Big 12 obviously also want 24 because they want more tickets punched to the dance, right? So ESPN, the rights holder of the playoff, is socializing, it says here, with the CFP leaders, a 16-team format with 4 play-in games for the final 4 spots. That seeds 13 through 16. So still a 12-team tournament. Okay?
Okay, and a 14 playoff.
and a 4-team play-in.
Or play-in. So two games, two get in.
Correct.
Totally fine with that. I have no issue. That would be a much better solution than going up to 24 teams in my mind.
Yeah. So you get 14, and then you get a couple play-ins, basically, is the way it would work.
Yeah, I mean, if we're trying to hold off on as many games as possible, because you're still in college, you're young kids, you're 18 to 22-year-olds. Like, you have to, like, this is a lot of games, a lot of wear and tear.
Oh, no, I
agree.
agree. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body.
And so if you have 24 teams, that's a whole bunch more games. You're going to play a 12-game season, and then you have to possibly play, 3 or 4 more games to get to the championship? That's a lot of games.
So, yeah, they are playing it. No, actually, it would be 8 games for the final 4 seeds, 13 through 16. So, basically, you have 12, right?
12 guaranteed.
Right, 12 guaranteed, right? And then you have 4 open spots. So, you have, from there, 8 teams vying for those 4 open spots. So, it's a 20-team field to start. But you're not in it's like the NCAA tournament, right? You're not in the field until you win the play-in game.
But people will actually watch this like no one watches
Correct.
the play-in games.
Who would not want to watch a play-in?
Well, think about it. Like if
we love a play-in.
Absolutely.
This country loves a damn play-in.
I don't know if we love the damn play-in.
What are you talking about? You just said you love the one-game play-in for the baseball.
So I'm okay with that. I don't like the play-in when it comes to NBA. I'm used to it now, but I liked it better.
And you loved it with one game for baseball. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, the one game I do like. So this is people will watch this because it's more football, it's more college football, and
people like it in the NBA. It's been a rousing success.
Yeah, it's been around for enough time, but so it's working. No matter what, it's working. Like if UCLA is right on the bubble there, and they happen to be
there, we go.
Yeah.
So now let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this right now. Okay. Let's just say, for argument's sake, okay, Big Ten standings. I want to look this up real quick from last year. Not that last year matters, but just to see where teams are. Let's just say, okay, they have 16 teams. Okay, in essence, or 12 guaranteed spots.
Right.
So let's just say for the Big Ten, it would be Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon guaranteed, right? Then let's just say instead of Michigan, who was ranked, who was right there with USC last year, tied at 9-4. Let's say for argument's sake, that's UCLA. And you get a UCLA-USC play-in.
Yeah.
You're not going to like it then?
No, that I'll like, but we have just played then.
But that's my point. So what?
Yeah.
That's even cooler. How many times have we seen, and in college football, we've actually seen that before, where teams will play. We've literally seen it, where teams have played a game, and then they've faced off against each other again very recently in their conference championship game. Or they've played in the conference championship game, and then they've played in a bowl game against each other back in the BCS era.
Yeah, Alabama and Georgia, they do all that all the time.
Right. Or in the 14 playoff. We've seen it before, right? We've seen a rematch of the conference championship. And more people watch the second time. And so this is all about
money.
Well, yes, but I would also say money is one, right? And access is 2. Okay? Access to the playoff. The more access, and those 2 go hand in hand. The more access a conference has to the playoff, whether it's the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, or the Group of 5, or Group of 6 technically nowadays, because the Pac-12 is part of that now. The more access, the more the dollars make sense. Now, there is a saturation point. I'm with you. But I actually like this. Now, it's already been reported by Dellinger that the Big Ten is not in on this deal. They want 20. It's 24 or bust for them. But if they can, all it takes is and they have to have the SEC and Big Ten agree. It's funny, like the Big 12 and ACC, they're just like bystanders here. They don't even matter. No. But like, if all the other ones are on board, it at least pressures the Big Ten to be like, hey, this is a good first step. Okay.
So why is the Big Ten so adamant on 24?
Because I'm glad you asked. They're adamant. And again, what does it boil back? What was the first answer you said? What boils back down?
Money.
Correct. So a 24-team playoff It gives them access to more of their teams, no question about it. But that creates money. But that also means the current CFP TV deal is an ESPN deal, and they sub-license it to Turner Sports to some of these games. I believe the way the contract is written is that if it's 12 or 14, okay, it is guaranteed under ESPN's current contract. Anything outside of that, they have to negotiate. Hence why I'm guessing ESPN is presenting this other new format that they can then still control in some way, shape, or form. Because I just think that anything beyond what they're presenting right now is probably not, they're probably not capable of handling all the tonnage of games. The scheduling and putting it on the networks with all the other sports that they have together. But the Big Ten wants 24 because they know that's the case, because Tony Petitti is a former TV executive and understands that he then gets his partner, Fox Sports, in the playoff game.
There's more money from more places coming in.
Correct. So there's where we're at.
Yeah.
All right.
How about that for an education? Okay.
That was good.
No, that was good.
How you feel, Bergie?
I feel good. I like I
Now,
like that better.
If I would have been told that I didn't have a co-host today, I would have prepared that last night.
You got Bergie.
And we could have done a master class in teaching people about the new era of college football, how USC or UCLA and all these conferences matter, how they fit into the equation, how the TV product works, how access helps, how you may be entrenched in one position, but here's an argument for the other position. And it could have been a thing.
It just was a thing.
Well, it was now, but we could have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, I could have read up on it a little bit more. I would have known ahead of time.
You
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
You see? You see?
That was on me.
Preparation. Nah, I'm blaming all of you.
That's
but
fine.
it's okay. It was a good few minutes. Are we doing the Lindsay segment, which is now the Bergie segment? I mean, we should just call it the Bergie segment.
Well, no, Lindsay will be back soon.
Is she?
I don't know.
She's supposed to be back next week.
All right, hit the music.
I mean, the timing of hitting the Psycho theme right after that was tough. Yeah. On this day, we like to play a TV theme for the Lindsay segment, or how about a movie theme? On this day in 1960, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho premiered in theaters. And for many generations, people were always uncomfortable in the shower.
Norman?
And that, too. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on
Now,
Twitter,
was
Instagram.
the mom dead?
Yes.
Yes. Totally
Okay.
dead. Sitting there, nothing. Spoiler
So,
alert.
like, he hurt her in his head, right?
Yeah, and then he dressed up like her, too.
Yeah. No, I remember that. But, like, so it was just like no one else could hear her say Norman.
Right.
It was just him who could hear her say Norman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Sixth Sense, sort of, in that way.
Sure.
Like, he sees dead people,
Yeah.
but he's the dead person.
in some ways, yeah.
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 There you go.
From Psycho.
You could, I already said that part. All right, the Lindsay segment or the Bergie segment, thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Summer's here before your next barbecue or family gathering. Upgrade those old floors with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom next to the Commerce Casino. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, no games, no gimmicks, no sale. Beats wholesale. By the way, I never saw any of the other Psycho movies.
Was there more? Was it like
Oh, yeah,
Psycho
there was like
2, 3,
Psycho
4?
4.
Yeah, I only saw the remake of the original I saw.
Oh.
Not the original.
No,
like in
there
black
were
and
like
white.
sequels. I think he got out of jail. And
Yeah.
doing all kinds of
And
stuff.
then there's a series, right? Bates Motel, I think.
Oh, Bates
yeah.
Motel. Was it?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
it all
Bates
done-
Motel was
Was it all done by Alfred Hitchcock?
Hold on, I
The
hear a
sequels?
whining
The
dog.
sequels?
Go ahead,
No.
Bert.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Go ahead, Bergie.
Anyway, according to Ian Rappaport, Anthony Richardson has likely played his last game snaps as a member of the Colts. Richardson will either be traded or released before the season begins. Indianapolis views Riley Leonard as their long-term QB2 over the former number 4 overall pick. Is this the end of Richardson totally, or did the Colts just kind of put him in a tough
Listen,
position?
let me tell you something about Richardson, okay? When he came out, when he was in college, I was like, there's something there. I'm like, he should stick around for another year or two. And then he came in out of the draft, and what happens is we overvalue quarterbacks, okay? And here's the dirty secret about the NFL. It's very rare they do any actual development, okay? They don't. They don't really. It's not a developmental league in the way that maybe it once was. Certainly not at that position. They will discard you fairly quickly, and that's just kind of the way it works. So he got bad advice coming out of the University of Florida He was not ready for the NFL. And, they thought he was going to be a bigger, stronger they thought he was going to be like a hybrid of like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. That's what they thought. Like, that's what people thought. And they were wrong, okay? Because he's neither of those guys, let alone both. And, so now the kid's in a tough spot where he's, bouncing around. And, he's going to bounce around, and there's just not a lot there because no one's really going to put in the time to kind of make that work. Remember, like, Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Kind of same thing, right? Like, he went really high. Niners drafted him, and, he's with the Cowboys like a backup, and that's just what he'll be. I mean, he'll bounce around the league, and he'll be, second, third string quarterback somewhere because someone will give him that opportunity. But it's very rare what happened with, like, Sam Darnold, okay? Where, now, I wish more teams would take that approach because I do think with Richardson there is actual talent there, but it needs to be refined. Much like Sam Darnold, there was talent there, but it needed to be refined. And it wasn't until he was the backup in San Francisco that someone actually started to do that work with him, and that was Kyle Shanahan. So Richardson needs to end up in one of those scenarios with one of these like quarterback whisperer types that, can resuscitate his career a little bit as a backup, and then hopefully then he can jumpstart it from there.
You think of like a third quarterback situation? Like, because if you want to go to one of those teams, you'd go to Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, and Kevin O'Connell.
Right.
Those
They'd
types.
have to have a level of interest in you for sure, but to start. But yeah, like I do think there's that. I think that you have to do. He's probably going to have to do that. That's going to be the route, I would imagine.
Yeah. Going to be tough.
By the way, did you guys see the Adam Vinatieri stuff at the Hall of Fame this weekend? I mean, he was like a freaking stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he was pretty good. It was the
you
highlight.
got to pull the Belichick one. That one is hilarious.
Stand by.
Anyway, go ahead, Bree.
No, if you want to stick on that while you're looking it up. So it was Hall of Fame weekend, and they had the Hall of Famers were put in. Do you think this year is the year that Bill Belichick gets in? They just stopped him just for that 1 year?
How long has he been out of the game? I thought you have to wait 5 years.
No, he was up for it for this year, and they did not put him in this year.
Really?
That was a huge controversial thing that he was not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know if he was. I didn't know he was. Are
he
coaches different than players?
No, he was.
Yeah, you're right. He was eligible for 2026,
and he was denied, and that was a huge controversy. Basically saying that if the all-time winner.
Oh yes,
wins,
I do remember we talked about this. Yes. You're right. You're right. I was not surprised because of all the cheating that Chris alluded to actually earlier in the show, that when we were talking about cheating scandals. Yeah, like there's people who look at him as like, yeah, bro, you kind of you gamed the system for a little bit, so we're going to punish you. Now, do I think that's petty? Sure. Do I get it? I get it.
But this guy, he's got to go in this. I mean, he is the all-time
he'll
winning.
He'll go in.
Has 6 championships.
Yeah, he'll go in. He'll go in. But I get why other coaches and front office executives and people who vote for this stuff who are on these committees would be like, nah, he's going to have to wait a minute. Like, my bigger issue is, like, in baseball when, like, certain guys are not unanimous. Like, that's stupid. Like, certain guys are unanimous, right? Like, didn't somebody not vote for Derek Jeter or something like that?
He didn't get one. I think Mariano Rivera is, like, the only one.
One who's been unanimous. Right. The fact that he's the only one. Now, he should absolutely be unanimous. But, yeah, I think that's stupid. But this, I kind of get it. Like, he was, Belichick is polarizing figure for obvious reasons.
I mean, at some point, though, you just got to look at his body of work and everything.
No, he's going to get in, though.
Yeah, he's going.
It's not like he's not going to get in.
Yeah, it just seems silly. Anyway,
But because the NFL never punished him, these guys are taking it up on their own to punish him this way.
Okay, so since this is, I know it's a little bit different, but since the MLB didn't punish the Astros, do you think the same type of thing doesn't happen? What happens? Or like Altuve?
Maybe. I mean, the
Bregman,
MLB. We just talked about it, right? The MLB Hall of Fame. I mean, you thought the NFL people were being gatekeepers on Bill Belichick. I mean, the Baseball Hall of Fame they're the ultimate gatekeepers. I mean, they're borderline ridiculous with the stuff they do. I mean, we just outlined a number of reasons for it.
Right, but they gatekeep people out, but then they also put people in that there's no reason for them to be in.
Like who?
It's a very frustrating look. Craig Biggio, for one thing. Scott Rowland, for another.
You don't think Craig Biggio's a Hall of Famer? I do.
Nah, I don't think either of them. I thought they were very good baseball players. I do not go
I don't
to
know
the
about
Hall
Scott
of Fame.
Rowland, but Craig Biggio to me is a Hall of Famer. Like, when I think of one of the best players of his generation, I think of Craig Biggio, yes.
I thought he was okay. I thought he was good. He was a very, very good player. Wow. I don't think he's Hall of Fame
God,
level.
you just hate the Astros so much.
Well, I do, but that had nothing to do with the Biggio era. I actually love the triple Bs, the Berkman, Bagwell,
the
and
Astrodome,
Biggio.
The 8th World Wonder or the 9th, whatever they called it.
Yeah, little teeny tiny ballpark. Yeah,
I mean, he's a 3,000 hit guy.
Yeah.
Biggio.
But, okay, stick to Rowland then. Rowland, he got in because of longevity. That's the whole thing, and he was a good defensive player.
He was a compiler.
Yeah, that to me was nonsense. There was that ruined the Hall of Fame heavily for me. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Here's Vinatieri.
He won 8 Gold Gloves. Scott Rowland. That's one of the best ever.
No one goes to a game to watch Scott Rowland.
Doesn't matter, dude. Defense matters. Yeah. I mean, Brooks Robinson is in the Hall of Fame because of his defense mostly. I mean, he was a great hitter too.
Well, yeah, but you would go say, I want to see Brooks Robinson.
Yeah, people in that era did want to see Brooks Robinson.
No one did that for Scott Rowland.
It's a different time. I mean, he also finished. I mean, I'm trying to see here. Yeah, I mean, he's a borderline guy. I would not. I mean, he started with only 10% of the vote. Like, I'm with you. Like him, like, okay, maybe. But like Biggio to me is not even a question. He's a Hall of Famer.
If you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer in baseball, I don't think you're a Hall of Famer. If they say, you get 10 guys that you can put in at one time.
Right,
if
but
you can
who knows?
And they
how
only
that
put it.
worked
Sometimes they put in 0 or 1. If you're not one of those top 10,
let me see. 2013.
You're not
Biggio
one of
got
those
in
top 10.
2015. 2013 MLB Hall of Fame class. Let me see who got in. Now, a lot of these guys get in because they're like, you know, old timer types or whatever. Yeah, that year, 2013, there were only a bunch of old guys you've never heard of: Deacon White, Hank O'Day, Jacob Rupert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't get in that year.
Which means if you don't know any of these guys, then you should be able to get in on your first one, is all I'm saying.
Right, but Biggio had the most votes of all the guys in that group that weren't those old-time guys. Like, Piazza had less votes than him.
Oh, Piazza has a sad spot in my heart.
And he was also a first-timer that year in the ballot.
You should be able to get in on your first time.
Kurt Schilling was a first, didn't get in on the first time.
He has other issues that are going on there.
Okay.
He's not in.
Okay. I mean, but that's my point. I don't believe that just because you don't get in on the first time. You know, plus baseball, to my point earlier, gatekeeps more than anyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who don't get in on the first time who are good.
The Baseball Hall of Fame is a mess. I mean, the fact that Barry Bonds is not in is is nonsense.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
And then in 2014, he didn't get in because Maddox Clavet and Frank Thomas went in on the first ballot.
10 can get in. You can get. You just need 75%.
Biggio
you just need 75%.
Biggio missed. You know what he got?
74 point something.
74.8.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man. You're going to tell me that guy doesn't deserve to be in?
They thought that he should not have been in 2 times.
Greg, this
when
is
they had
silly.
the chance.
Silly.
It's a whole other different conversation.
Guy has 3,000 hits.
It's a pretty big deal, Berger.
It's a very big deal. You have Vinatieri, right?
Yeah, I got it. You guys were talking baseball, man. Let's get Bob Nightingale on. All right, here's Vinatieri talking about Belichick from his Hall of Fame induction on Saturday.
I would repeat those last few statements about Coach Bill Belichick as well. Thank you for demanding excellence every single day. Your preparation, discipline, and attention to detail shaped far more than my football career. Unfortunately, Bill couldn't make it here today. There's a lot going on at UNC right now. He may be on a recruiting trip right now looking for the next Lawrence Taylor. I thought it was because training camp had already started. But in truth, it's because he's judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition.
When the kicker is making fun of you at his Hall of Fame induction,
yeah,
you know, Bill, it really got out of your hands the last few years.
Again, if I would have known last night, we'd have had this already.
All right, okay.
Yeah. By the way, Bergie, the only people not in the Hall of Fame with over 3,000 hits, Pete Rose, as we know.
Well, yeah.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Not a good guy, though.
Alex Rodriguez. Those two we know why.
Yep.
Miguel Cabrera is not eligible yet. And Albert Pujols is not eligible yet.
That is a magic number, so that's fine.
Yeah.
More so Scott Rowland than anything. I'm not going to argue too much on Craig Biggio, but I just still thought he was very good.
Yeah.
That's not taking anything away from him. He was great.
All right.
Not enough.
Are we doing the calendar thing now?
Yeah, your favorite part of the show. Time for the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day, straight from the book. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Monday, August 10th, 2026. Don't keep people waiting. When you're late, you're scrambling. You're in a hurry, behind schedule. It's difficult to be present moment oriented because you're concerned about whatever it is you're running late for. When you're on time, however, you avoid all that stress and then some. They may not express it, but the people that you work with all appreciate the fact that you're not late. See? That's useful advice, Shina.
You know, this is the first time I thought the YouTube hour was actually good.
Oh, come on. Don't take these swipes, Cappy.
No, I'm just saying because there was a level of preparation that went into it on my part.
Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. You got one of those or no?
Me?
Well, I'll read the billboard anyway.
I feel like my my dealer's choice was the first 20 minutes of this hour.
It was all made possible by thanks to Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with the competitive cash offer. No repairs needed.
I do have something.
They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 01915212. Sha?
I do have one. And I just want to make sure that we acknowledge the Little League World Series going on. Super fun time. I don't know. Do we know what California teams? I guess we could look that up in a second here. Because I just saw Florida beat Tennessee earlier. This is a fun time of year for the boys and the girls. Softball, baseball, really fun time. It's, to me, the games, and maybe because I have a son who plays now, right? Like, watching these games, watching the parents, knowing what the kids are going through, it's just a really cool deal. And I want to make sure that you give it the proper amount of time, especially if you have a kid. Turn it on. If you have a kid who plays Little League, like my son likes watching these games, particularly the games later in the evening, in the afternoon when they come back home. So give it a shot. Watch it. I think we do a great job producing these games. We really humanize these kids, man. We do all the fun stuff with them. They talk about all the cool little things that they like. So give the Little League a chance. I know that most people do, and give it a shot and watch it this time of year. But it is good television, and usually the games are very compelling. The kids, on both sides, the boys and the girls, really play as hard as humanly possible. They bust their butts to play as good as they can. What? And just for Cappy, if he's still in the group chat, I'm going to read, in Cappy's honor, the Little League pledge to end the show. I trust in God, I love my country, and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. There you go, Cappy. I nailed the pledge just for you.
Nice job.
Who doesn't like to nail the pledge on a Monday? That's how you start the week off right. Thanks for being with us on the Sedano Soul Edition. We'll see you back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the Live Imaging Tuesday.
Is there a co-host tomorrow?
Yes, Cappy will return. Live Imaging Tuesday tomorrow, presented by Providence. We'll see you at 7 a.m. Have a great Monday, everybody. And back to the